Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KVN, on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Thursday. Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Ben Brust. And we are live from Christy's Landing. A great spot right off Lake Wabisa on the outside of Madison. Next to me is Kyle Wallace.
Here we go on Wisconsin, baby. Don't fret, don't worry, don't be concerned.
Next to him is Brad Nortman in 2012 Badger-issued gear.
I am. I had to turn back the clock to try to bring back some good vibes for the Wisconsin Badgers. Last time we were here at Christy's Landing, I seem to remember our own Alex Strofe made the Kesha version of the offseason. Yeah. I might have to throw that back just for good memories. But we need.
Wow, his songs make that big of an impact?
It does. I remember distinctly sitting up on the balcony looking down at the beautiful lake and hearing the vocals of Alex Strofe in my ear. Who can forget that memory? Certainly not me.
Oh, man.
Well, the Badgers are in action against High Point right now. It is a close battle in the second half. We are here courtesy of Bud Light and Neutral. 4-5 for the price of 4. All day long. Come on down and enjoy the tournament action. Again, it's going to be an interesting one for all of our attention spans, including the producer of the show, Alex Strofe, back at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio, living and dying every second. Somehow, some way, our TVs, although we're all the way in Madison and he's back in Milwaukee, the TVs are synced up perfectly, as we can all watch that exact moment that I watched. I knew I'd get a noise from Alex Strofe, and I will feel like we will continue to get noises. Yes! Yeah! From Alex Strofe. Just do that, honestly. I'm all good for that because there's starting to be some anxious Badger fans, and again, this is what the tournament's about. It is a 12-5. I do think the Badgers are more talented. They just have had trouble scoring since the last 4 minutes of the first half, but a long way to go. That was a travel for those who are wondering what Strofe is referencing. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. You can get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Strofe, I'm going to interrupt your viewing pleasures. We'll get to the under 16 here too, so you can relax for a second. What is the update on the Alex Strofe? I had 65 people in my bracket challenge last year. I only have 20 this year. What did it end up getting to?
Well, hold on a minute. I don't think you're giving me enough credit because last we checked, we were down to what, 14?
Yeah, 14.
And I, on the air yesterday, said, okay, I am going to be aligned with Alex Strofe. I want to be a part of this epic 7-year league. I'm going to go ahead and submit my bracket. I'm happy I did, but Strofe, you better not let me down. I hope you did some campaigning a little bit last night.
A lot of campaigning done and a lot of success found, fellas, from 14 to 46.
No way.
Send the screenshot. Send the screenshot.
And I'm proud to announce we did actually end up with a member of the Brust family in the bracket challenge.
Oh,
no
God.
way.
He's a sucker.
Who?
Jonathan
Brust.
Of course, Jonathan Brust would get
Kyle,
it.
you boycotted, right?
Hey,
you stood on business.
Hell yeah, listen, I'm not getting for nobody begging like that. He was on his knees begging.
Don't you want to support our producer, our friend?
Friend strong, producer's right.
Have some pride, man. He had no pride. He's begging people to join a league.
We were texting about this as a group, and it got me thinking. I had told Strofe, he's like, you're going to be on the right side of history, Bradley. I said he wipes his bottom with the $10 that he's joining the Strofe League in. And he goes, still time, Benny. I was like, this is sad. This is sad. This is desperation.
It is. Why are you so
And I say I don't play things unless there's at least 1K to win. #cool.
That is a very cool moment.
Well, I was lying to his face because I'm in $5, $10 to $20 pools.
Oh,
and you said no to his?
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
my
He
goodness.
hates you, Stroh.
Were there any that were on the same app by which he
Of
made
course.
it? So you could easily just have clicked literally 2 buttons and 1 Venmo. 3 buttons, and Alex Strofe would have been so full of joy that his best friend would have joined.
It's way more fun that I'm going to be on the outside looking in
Wow.
of the Strofe Desperation NCAA Tournament pool.
So how does this make you feel knowing that your so-called best friend joined multiple leagues at the exact same price, but did not join yours? How does that make you feel?
It doesn't bother me one bit.
Oh, here we
Is
go.
this the end of
Yet
the
he
Pickle
said,
Boys?
still time, Benny, still time,
Well, yeah,
Benny.
I'm just saying, it got cool in the matter of 18 hours. We tripled in size, and I said, well, you know, you're going to lose your bit of trying to poop on my parade. Just because you're not a part of it is fine, man. Everybody has choices in life. Everybody makes bad choices in life. I think you made a bad choice. That's okay. Life goes on.
How many people joined yesterday that you had to beg and send multiple text messages to? Because if you were begging
Yeah, how
like
did
that with
you
us,
do
I
it,
know you were
Strofe?
begging other people.
I wasn't begging other people. So I saw about probably 15 to 20 people that just procrastinated. The numbers just kept going up without me reminding anybody. People
you a lie.
People just fill out their brackets on Wednesday night, I guess. I was shocked by that. And then I sent out a couple last-minute invites to people I forgot about. They joined in. I had a couple buddies send it to other buddies. And
Can we make a rule right now?
multiplies.
Can we make a rule right now?
Sure.
If you don't get to 100 next year, you have to cancel the league.
We can revisit next year. I think
100?
46 is a good number.
Dude, 100
46
is
is
if you get
respectable.
100,
I'm proud to
I'll
be a
be
part of
100. If you get 99, I'll be number 100 next year.
I don't care if you're in it or not. That's the
Yet
issue
you were
you're
begging
crossing.
all day long. It's so crazy.
So were you just begging and trying to use us yesterday?
Yes.
Or were you just that desperate? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The,
All right,
narr-
good
the,
to know.
narr- the narrative is shifting
Okay,
fast from
that's
one
good
Alex Stroh.
That's good to know that
I just
you.
wanted numbers, and I wanted to get to like a
Okay.
respectable pool number, and $460 is
Brad,
a good number.
Brad, he didn't care about you actually joining his league. He just wanted to get the number. So you spent money. You got bamboozled. You
You're
got
duped.
fooled.
You're not
He
as- you're
just
not- yeah,
admitted
you're
to
not
you
as
that he didn't really.
important.
He just admitted to you he did not care for you to join his
I am
league.
honored to be a part
Thank you,
of
Brad.
this epic league that has been going on
But he
for now
doesn't
7
care.
years. But that's okay because the commissioner is all about organization and making sure that structurally it's all okay. The participants are satisfied.
Yes.
I, as a participant, am quite satisfied to be one of 46, and I am proud to say I'm a part of this league, and I'm going to be a part of this league when next year you hit 100.
I hate the fact that Brad all he does is just satisfies Alex Stroh. Alex Stroh literally just told you meant nothing to him.
That's
and
not
you
what
still
I said.
kiss it behind.
That's not what I said.
So
I
how
care about Brad. I don't
Then
care
how-
about you two that didn't want to be in the league.
well, how are Ben and I, who you begged, all three of us?
This is
how are
sounding
we just
like
the number?
I think this is regret. I'm
I
hearing
agree,
voices
Brad. I
steeped in
agree.
regret, Strofe.
no regret
This is
whatsoever.
classic
wanted
FOMO.
they
You hear my
wanted to
voice?
see-
Have you
wanted to
heard my
see me
voice?
It's
fail.
classic overcompensating.
They wanted
I-
to see
I
me
did.
fail so bad.
I
and
did
now
wanna
that
see
I'm
you fail.
succeeding, they're trying to knock me down for
If
succeeding.
success is 46 people,
Haters go hate.
I'm so happy
He
for you.
has less people this year than he had last year, and he's saying it's a success. In what world do you want, or what business do you want to not grow each and every year?
This isn't a
I guess it's
business.
Alex.
The Alex Strofe NCAA Tournament pool
I don't
business.
make money on this unless I win.
Did Homer get 5 people?
Yes, he did.
Wait, so that's
So
not 46?
that was begging right there. So you begged
So
for him.
you basically minus the 20 people that he knows from work with 5 of Homer's in there, and we're really at 26 people that really care about Alex Strofe.
That's pitiful.
What I'm seeing is a Cinderella story. What other league do you know can triple in size in a
lot.
matter of 18
lot.
hours?
A lot.
That should be written in the history
Now, the
books.
good
He's
news
right.
is since we've come on across ESPN Wisconsin, the Badgers are on a 9-2 run, and then they spoke, and then there's a foul. So maybe we just ignore it for a little bit. Let's just let the game play out. Let the game flow play out as we continue on here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Look, what are you showing me? I saw his text earlier.
Oh.
Is this the fire alarm?
No, just 4 minutes ago.
No, I'm on it. 54-48, 54-49. for those keeping score. I don't want to do play-by-play here.
I'm laughing because why would Strofe even send us that? It doesn't even matter. If you're looking for a score update,
make sure you update. Yeah, we're going to update.
You have apps. You have the TV. You have so many ways to get the score.
He literally.
If you're waiting on us to give you the score, we're going to disappoint you.
People are driving
Thank you, Brad.
and don't use their phones.
Well, okay, we'll provide.
We are
updates.
on the radio.
Yes.
Give the score sometimes.
I am not Matt LePay. I'm not close to Matt LePay. Okay, they scored. All right, I'm going to update it. It's 56-50 right now. The Badgers are winning.
So if we get a fine, are you willing to pay it?
I said do it a few times a segment. Read the text.
No, if we get a fine, are you willing to pay it?
No.
Okay. Oh, wait, the High Point just scored. I got to update the score. It's 56-53.
I would give score updates at least once a segment, is what my text said. You have given 4 and 14 seconds.
Yeah, of course.
You text us at 2:04 asking for a score update, Strofe.
People are driving. They don't know the score.
Outside of score updates, the Badgers are up 56-53.
Nick!
Ben, are you surprised on how tight this game is?
A little bit. I think, again, another example of just what I'm watching is the Badgers have gotten the shots and the looks that they want, but they're not scoring. And they are going to give up points to a high-scoring team, but they have to convert when they're getting their good looks. And Nick Boyd just missed an easy left-handed layup. When's the last time he's missed 2 easy left-handed layups in this game today? So it's the execution of the Badgers that I don't like to see. Because again, I put this game solely on the Badgers.
Yeah.
High Point are who they are. Like, they're a high-scoring team, but their size isn't there. Their defensive execution isn't there. There's no Yaxel guarding Nick Boyd, the Big Ten Player of the Year. So again, it's completely and solely on this Badger team to execute. And if they don't execute, I will completely put it on them. Because I think they're that talented that it's not like, oh, well, High Point did this. No, the Badgers didn't execute to what we've seen them do the entire year. That being said, they're still up, and there's 12 minutes and 41 seconds left in this game. You don't want to get into the 7-minute mark and it be a 1-point game, because that's when the sphincters start to get tight and you start feeling the anxiety of, uh-oh, is it happening again? And then Badger fans feeling that same feeling. If it's something that's been consistent is they haven't made deep tournament runs.
Yeah,
and you can't have a deep tournament run if you don't get the first game.
Yep. They just got to make sure they keep cleaning up.
Throw back to AB. Give it to me, Lithuanian. See,
yeah, you're right. I mean, they're getting shots, they're getting looks.
He hit that versus Michigan.
Yeah,
you know, like, you got to hit it against High Point, like that. Like, I don't care who the opponent is; it's about your execution.
Yeah, I mean, at this point now, how good Wisconsin is, I would hope and believe that the better team, great body, great rebound, great finish. I would hope and think that the better team, eventually, the Wisconsin Badgers, will separate themselves at some points. Once we get to, like you said, that 7-minute mark, hopefully there isn't a 1-point game. Hopefully the Badgers have it up a lead by at least 6 and have some momentum at that point.
So what I want to share next is I'm hijacking Brad Nerdman.
Oh, wow. What?
Oh, wow.
Ben
Nerdman.
Just the nerdiest Ben has ever been. How about that?
I'm all for it.
I have something that is going to be able to be taken information from when I talk about it, and you can put it into action if you like what I have to say. So we're live from Christy's Landing, courtesy of Bud Light and Neutral. So stick around. Ben Nerdman, as we will give you updates by the minute per Alex Strofe of the Badger High Point game. It's going to be a great day. It's one of the greatest days of the entire year. Give me the TV that was rolled out in school that nobody can right now relate to, because they have 18 screens. They bring their phones to school. They probably have laptops now at school. They probably have an iPad at school. They could have 3 screens themselves. We had to have 1 screen and walk by in the hallways to the cool classroom that had it. If you weren't in that class, you're like, what's going on?
That's very true.
You know,
very true.
They have it so much better nowadays.
It's like there's an agreement between teacher and student,
because the
employer,
teachers are just
employee.
as invested. They love it.
This is one of the days where you give your students, you give your employees a little bit of slack as we all enjoy March Madness together.
Great nostalgia.
What about an update here? Siena up 16-14 as a 16 seed against Duke.
Oh, no.
I guess I'm the KBN update guy throughout the entire show on Kyle, Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We will hang out with you till 5 o'clock, live from Christy's Landing. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Homer. This might be the dumbest thing that he has to have said in his career.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The Brew Crew are back on March 26th.
Turio sends it deep to left, and
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they open up the season against the Chicago White Sox.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
Brewers opening day is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in March 26th at 1:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the Deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Your email said you had a big surprise.
Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for.
Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $1498 with a 1-carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
Feeling lucky? Then roll into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee this March for Lucky Rollers. Every Thursday, we're giving away over $70,000 in prizes. Play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries, and you could roll out with $550 in reward play. Or get lucky and win your share of $16 grand in cash. Lucky Rollers, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
What if you could have a spa-level sweat session at home for about 25 cents a day? That's why I love my infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas. You can check them out in person at the State Fair Park Expo Center's Home and Garden Show, March 20th through the 29th. It's the perfect chance to step inside, compare models, and even ask questions. Good Health Saunas has been doing this for more than 20 years, and they back it all with a true lifetime warranty, which was huge for me. If an infrared sauna has been on your list, find Good Health Saunas at State Fair Park, March 20th through the 29th.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousin Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Love a great packed bar on the first day of some basketball action getting kicked off here. We do have Wisconsin High Point in a 3-point game right now with about 9 minutes and 30 seconds left. A little tighter than we like, but the better team should pull away as Blackwell didn't finish another layup.
Oh, no.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
like Boyd and
inexplicable.
Blackwell just not executing what they've been executing at a much higher level against a much better team.
That
And
was
then
an
on the
open
way
leg.
back, thank God.
Got to get rebounds, though. No second chances. No second chances.
You're leaving the door just wide
Can't
open.
do that. You got to squish these smaller
Again,
teams.
there's 2 minutes before the sphincters get tight. 2 minutes before the sphincters get tight in this game. I'm going to say that a lot, so you can be ready to play that.
Yeah,
a
that's
lot.
the 4th time this show.
It's going to be about 15 times. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman live from Christy's Landing just off of Lake Wabisa. Strophy's back at the Gruber Law Offices. One Call, That's All Studios. We're here courtesy of Bud Light and Neutral. 5 for the price of 4. Enjoy it. I know people are around the bar right
Buckets
now.
Everywhere.
It's a great environment. I won a $500 pull tab here once.
Wow.
Cool.
This is one of my favorite spots in Madison. So if you have a chance in there, stop on by and you will have a great time. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Now, I'd like to take a page out of Brad Nortman's book, Brad Nerdman. I'm Benny Nerd for One Day Man.
What are you nerding out over today?
I can't wait to hear it. I love a good nerd out.
Well, give me Brad's imaging. Just watch it.
When the data gets dense, when the decimals demand justice, when one man dares to calculate it all, it's Brad Nerdman on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I don't need Brad Nortman. I don't need Strovis. I just need myself for this.
Oh, wow.
I want to educate and bring knowledge to an opportunity that you have. Maybe from a betting standpoint, it's probably too late for the bracket, so it's probably more a betting standpoint. Did you know that since 2011,
Probably too late for the bracket. There's 2 games over.
That's probably I said probably too late. Sometimes there's like the last chance brackets. You never know. People could be like, I
Never
missed
heard.
it. You never heard of last chance bracket?
After the tournament started?
Yeah,
I think
I've joined one.
They all get locked out.
Kyle and Ben are going to make their own group of last chance brackets because they made out.
And we'd still get 46 within 24 hours.
Yeah.
11 seeds that are in the first 4 since 2011. There have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 since 2011 that have played in the first 4, i.e. Texas beating NC State, i.e. Miami, Ohio winning last night in an electric, fun ball game,
Miami,
beating
Ohio,
SMU.
baby.
So there are 2 chances at this. I know it's going to be hard to focus on Benny Nerdman.
That was an incredible shot, though.
Each year, essentially, outside of 3 years, there has been a team that has won in the first 4 game that has won their next game. VCU in 2011 went to the Final Four.
Oh, we remember that.
South Florida did it. LaSalle went to the Sweet 16 in 2013. That was when we lost to Ole Miss.
Oh, I hated
and
that one.
Kansas State lost to LaSalle. 2014, Tennessee went to the Sweet 16 after playing in the play-in as an 11 seed. Dayton,
the Flyers.
2016, Wichita State beat number 6 Arizona after winning their first 4 game. USC beat Providence, then SMU in the round of 64. Syracuse did it, went to the Sweet 16 in 2018. UCLA did it and went all the way to the Final Four in 2021.
Remember that.
Notre Dame did it in 2022. Pitt did it in 2023. And Colorado did it before losing to Marquette, but won in the first 4 and made it all the way.
Are you trying to tell us
32.
the team that we need to be thinking about, like a best guaranteed Benny bracket bet?
Ooh.
You can find both Texas and Miami, Ohio as underdogs. You can choose which one you like. I'm going to play both of them as moneyline underdogs because if I play the same unit, I'm guaranteed if one of them wins to win profit because they are underdogs. So you'd be betting
straight up
plus money on both of the games. Now, if both hit.
Are those games tomorrow? One's today. One's tomorrow.
Texas today against BYU, Miami, Ohio.
Miami, Ohio, they play against
the 11 seed. Again, everyone's got screens. Brad, I need you to be my screen guy.
Tennessee,
who I think are absolutely
while we
fraudulent.
are at Pato.
Yes, so that's, and there's also something you can do before these games start, is you can go to Potawatomi Sportsbook. Because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in the last 11 years that have been to the Sweet 16, if you bet both of them to go to the Sweet 16,
yeah,
Miami, Ohio is around plus 1,200.
Ooh, to go to Sweet 16?
Go to the Sweet 16.
Listen,
I'll tell you what.
That's a team that
Texas
knows how to
is
win.
plus 1,100 to go to the Sweet 16. So you can find those specifically if you want to get even crazier than just betting them in the round of 64. You can bet them to go round of 64 and 32 to get to the Sweet 16. The data would show, as Benny Nerdman brings up, that an 11 seed has a good opportunity from the play-in spot to go to the Sweet 16 33 to 40% of the time.
Impossible to argue against math. Just looking at the Miami of Ohio Tennessee game, if you bet the money line, plus 440. Plus 440 for just a Miami of Ohio win. That's pretty juicy. It's pretty juicy.
You choose Miami, Ohio. You choose Texas.
A little closer with Texas.
You have some play-in seeds at 11 seeds that have an opportunity to put cash in your pocket. And if you listen to the Weekly Wager yesterday at 94.5 ESPN from 6 to 7 with myself and Josh DiMaggio, you would have heard that this was a possibility for your bracket. So although I'm bringing it now, I did bring it when there was an opportunity for those filling out the 45 people in Strofe's challenge on his bracket challenge could have taken this information. So that is something I looked at when filling out and from a betting perspective.
I'm on the Miami of Ohio train. Give me Miami of Ohio, baby. They didn't believe in Miami of Ohio.
I mean, what more you got to do? You go undefeated for the regular season. Yes, you bow out a little bit early in the MAC tournament, but you know what?
But what did you do? What did you do yesterday? You beat a big conference team, an ACC team, and SMU. Took care of business.
Did you know that right now, in a game that you are not watching, because you're likely watching or listening or doing something with the Wisconsin Badgers, Siena, the 16 seed, is up 26 to 16 against the number 1 seed Duke.
I tell you this right now, this would bust everybody's, but this would be a bigger upset than Virginia.
This would be a much bigger upset than
Virginia guys were able to still come back. These guys, this is one and done. This is all stars, studs.
All stars.
Some lottery picks in there.
Yeah.
Was Virginia the 1 overall seed when they lost to 16?
I think they were with UMBC, weren't they?
They might have been, yes. But regardless, the opportunities are alike, and this is why this is one of the best days of the year. Strofe, are you going to jump on any of the Ben Nerdman for a day advice?
I was already on Texas. I was already on Miami of Ohio.
Oh, look at you like Miami of Ohio.
You like straight up, Strofe? Not even against the spread?
I like Texas straight up. I like Miami on the spread.
What I can tell you is sphincters are not as tight.
Oh, is that not a travel?
It is a travel. That's why it's going the other way.
Oh, okay.
The Badgers are up 70 to 62 with 6 minutes and 48 seconds left.
This is
game.
fun. Watching, seeing the Siena versus Duke game, and Siena just literally when Duke
Boyd
scores,
to the left.
they go back. Watching Wisconsin try to extend the lead because you talked about 7 minutes left, right?
Yeah.
And what is it right now?
It's an 8-point lead.
It's exactly where the Badgers want it to be at. They just got to sustain this. Because once you get to under 4, the Badgers will be able to put this away, right?
They shoot they shoot at the free throw line pretty well. I can't see. It looks like they're already in the bonus right now, which does bode well that if you pick up a couple more fouls, you want to get the bonus plus when you're in that free throw shooting range. So again, part of the journey, the Badgers, I think, closed at around 10-point favorites. They're hovering around that. A lot of ball game left. High Point can score. We've seen them make some tough shots.
Nerdman.
They still have to continue to bring their best.
I miss this, man. I miss being able to be out, be amongst the crowd, be amongst the people for an NCAA tournament.
It's
the
best.
Because like you said, once you start working, either you take a day off, but we work in radio, so we got to be here for KBN Nation. I love the fact that we are here at Christy's Landing, where we're part of all the Badger fans who are cheering for a victory for Wisconsin today.
Yeah, let me add another tight sphincter alert.
Please.
Carlos Boozer sitting courtside. Down 10 to Siena.
He can't watch both his sons lose. His twin boy.
Again, I'm kind of sick of the Carlos Boozer thing. I get it. You're in the front row for every game. Cool, buddy. Cool.
He's rich, and he used to play there, too.
Pretty crazy, though. 2 twin boys that are both playing for Duke that are both super good.
And
pretty cool
good.
to see. Wild that one is 6'9" and one is 6'4".
Which is crazy.
It is crazy.
Well, they're not identical, clearly.
True.
Well, not at all. Still wild.
We will continue to update you as we're live from Christy's Landing across ESPN Wisconsin. The drinks are flowing. 5 for the price of 4. You got some Bud Lights that you can drink, and a cool Bud Light koozie with the old school logo with a basketball hoop in it.
Oh,
that's a koozie I'm taking home.
That is throwback. That's dope.
No, you see? Oh, you see it over there?
Super dope.
It's old school.
Yeah,
old school.
I like that.
Siena just hit a 3.
Dude, they keep responding.
They keep doing this.
This is a problem. because this is how upsets happen. Other teams just are on heaters, right?
Yes,
and when
it's one game. That's the beauty of the tournament is one game.
And when you're able to get it to 6 and then they make big-time shots, they're responding. Again, this is the first half, but this might be a trend for what this game is going to be. It might be a tight game the whole time. Sienna's not slowing down whatsoever.
McNeese up 12-5 is up 12-5 right now.
Well, they brought the speaker. That's the speaker guy.
Who's that?
At McNeese, where the dude brings in
the NIL guy.
Oh, yeah.
Amir Khan.
Amir Khan.
The looseness by which like a double-digit seed would play with, like Sienna, McNeese, they got to be feeling just so good, so easy.
No one's expecting
Let
anything
it rip
from them.
totally. That's why these upsets are even more ripe to happen because they're probably playing with so much fun, not just happy to be there, but just like nothing to lose, let it rip.
Can you hit the KBN Sports Desk? An update from Josh DiMaggio, who is monitoring the Alex Strofe Tournament Challenge. Strofe is tied for last in his own pool. He had picked Troy over Nebraska, who lost by 25 points. Our college basketball guy is hot right now. We're back from Christy's Landing next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Call me daddy.
That just sounds.
It's just, yeah.
Like.
Call me
cut
daddy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is ready to slip someone into a green jacket. The next tournament of the season's here, and there's $1,000 in cash prizes. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a 2-man scramble at Georgia Golf Club, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's spacious, state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and all teams must compete their round by March 31st. Who's walking away with the cash, and who's earning that green jacket?
March into big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Refresh your home this season with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, beautiful new siding, or a stunning bath remodel and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings during their March savings event. But this offer won't last long. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Wisconsin, let's keep this simple. If you've been patiently waiting for Yuengling to finally make its way here, thanks for hanging in there. If you believe a beer tastes even better after shoveling the driveway, mowing the lawn, or putting in an honest day's work, well, you're our kind of people. Wisconsin, it's finally here. Yuengling, oldest brewery in America, family owned and operated for 6 generations, and now officially in Wisconsin. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Buying or selling a home isn't just a transaction. It's one of life's biggest decisions.
That's why clarity, trust, and the right guidance matter, especially in the ever-changing market.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
I'm John Lorenz.
And I'm Taylor Mangini. Our team delivers a white glove experience at every price point, combining expert negotiation, local insight, and genuine care.
Get started today with a team you can trust at wendorfteam.kw.com.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
Homer here from ESPN Milwaukee. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Dave.
The campus is beautiful. For me, nature is my church, and I love being outside. We live by the Bark River, and it's calming. It just calms my soul. I just love it. A lot of the people, I'm talking about 100-year-old people, 90 years old, say they credit Three Pillars with living longer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
From Christy's Landing, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. 5 for the price of 4. Bud Light Neutral. I'm going to tell you about how you can also, as the snow is melting right in front of our eyes, get ahead of the game with Weed Man, because your lawn is a reflection of that hard work and pride you put into it. And with a little help, it can look even better. A lush green, weed-free yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare. That's where Weed Man comes in to help. Their lawn care is kid and pet friendly. They use golf course quality fertilizer and effective weed control, and it's all part of Weed Man's winning game plan. Get a free quote by going to weedman.com. Get 50% off your first treatment. That's half off. Weedman.com. Weed Man for the win. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Stroh running the show. I'm tense.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. Let's call it what it is. Call it what it is.
Under
Stroh,
4.
are you tense?
They did what they did. They did what a lower seed would need to, or a higher seed would need to do, get to the under 4, and they had momentum, right? We were up 8 with 7 minutes left, and then all of a sudden we're under 4, and we're only up 2.
Well, again, how many times are we going to watch Blackwell and Boyd at the rim not finish?
It's just
uncharacteristically.
Yeah, that's the exact word I was just going to use, uncharacteristic. And that was what was characteristic of all the former losses that the Badgers have experienced, which made my sphincter tight as I approached this game, thinking about all the previous years Wisconsin's been upset by a higher seed than them. So they just do things that are uncharacteristic. They're off. They're cold. Pacing. And then you got a High Point team that's just sticking with them. It just always seems like the Badgers either keep it close or just allow a team to stay close to them like this. And
they went ice cold at the wrong time. 3 minutes without scoring there.
They are up 4 right now.
So we're up 4, so 72-68.
72-68 heading into the last stretch of the game here. I was hoping to be here at around 2:37, not feeling this way.
Yeah, where's my sphincter? You don't
know what it is?
Well, I know you actually, there's 2.
Technically, you have multiple sphincters.
Yeah, there's one up here in your throat, chest area, and then there's one
tight, and the one by your bottom.
Sphincter, by definition, that closes off.
Yeah, so I know 2 of them, and I think the one lower half, I feel like maybe might be the one I feel that sensation.
Yeah.
Well, that's the sensation
it's not even
I feel.
A sensation, Kyle.
I don't know.
It just means
you're tense.
Do you see how I'm sitting right now? My legs are crossed. Look at my feet. Try and explain my feet, Brad.
His sphincter's tight.
I can't see your feet.
Kyle, move.
Ben's feet are not only curled but underneath him with his one ball in the ball in his foot dug into this ground. It doesn't look comfortable at all. It doesn't look comfortable at all.
I'm tense, and I hate this feeling. I can only put yourself on camera for everyone to see what you look right now, because if I imagine you, it's probably the hood is on, the headphones are underneath, and you're trying to hide yourself.
Not quite. Hood's not up yet, but the hair's a little messy.
Oh, and bad things happen. Are you rubbing the head?
Yes.
Stroh, do you like the fact that you were enduring this stress by yourself in the producer studio, or do you wish that you were doing it with everyone else? Because I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's better to experience not losses, but tense as a group.
Don't even say that right now.
Not losses, but just as a group.
Oh, my gosh. That's what you don't need. You don't need somebody to get hot right now.
It's the one guy who doesn't shoot any twos. Run him off the line. It's an automatic switch. Okay, I'm going to save my thoughts. I'm going to write down my thoughts if this goes wrong. And even if it doesn't, I will say what I don't like what I'm seeing right now. Comparison to last year as well. From things I've noticed in these tournament games, and even just the style of play that the Badgers have.
Now they're picking up the defense on Wisconsin right now.
Yeah.
Good put back.
Is that Nolan?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, he's definitely not moving still.
He's not. He's got a gimp to him.
All right. Sorry, I'm writing on my notes, and while I'm writing on my notes, I need someone to carry the load here.
No, I mean,
I'm watching everybody here at Christy's Landing. Eyes are glued to the TV. I will say, Kyle, you said,
"Oh my gosh, he on a heater."
Everyone's on a heater at High Point. Everyone's on a heater.
This is it. So this is why you paid Nick Boy all the money.
76-76.
No, this is what John Blackwell and Nick Boy got paid for. That's what you got paid to do. You got paid when these moments happen. And now on the defensive side, this is when the Wisconsin Badgers got to suck it up. It can't allow easy buckets and transition buckets.
So for the most part, I don't miss the old Badger philosophy of slow things down.
Nick Boy taking over.
But the lack of defense that's being played right now is so frustrating.
Tendencies.
But now, so now they're not moving the ball up court too fast. So now the Badgers got to lock in. They got to settle in offensively. They got to challenge everything.
They do, but that's not how they're wired.
It's less than 2 minutes left. This is what you have to do.
And if you're going to win later in the tournament, you need to be able to get stops late.
You got to have that gear. You got to have that next gear.
Like Nick Boy can do what he did, but you can only do that against High Point so many times before you're like,
oh, no, this is the biggest possession of the game. Yes.
Get it, Nick.
Got the rebound. This is great because there's less than a minute and a half left. You got the ball, so you got time. If you score here, you feel confident if you score here?
No.
You don't feel confident.
The way they're hitting threes, it doesn't feel safe until it's all zeros.
You don't feel safe until you're at a 3-possession game.
Who do you want taking the shot here, Boyd or Blackwell?
I want Boyd right
now.
He's
been able to get if he's smart, he gets to 2 feet. If he doesn't have it,
there it is, right there, every single time. They can't stop them from getting to the rack.
He is so good at getting a shot by the rim. It's unbelievable. I mean, just with
again,
a couple of
this
moves.
is what I was expecting without the Big Ten Player of the Year, who's 6'8".
Now they gonna press. Oh my gosh, is that the same kid?
Make them. It's the same kid.
It's like the same two guys that are making shots.
Switch on, switch.
So they ran, but
switch.
So they ran.
Switch.
So how does that work when they run the screen and he rubs off that screen just like he's Steph Curry? I mean, how hard is it?
You give up a layup with a slip. You run to shooters, even if you're the guy who's setting the screen. You don't hug the screener. You automatically switch on to the guy who has made 5 threes and who only shoots threes. This is the part, Brad, as you mentioned, of the anxiety that I have watching the new system. I love it. It's fun, and it can carry them in games where they're not, like, if they were playing, I don't know, let's use Iowa State, for example, who we thought would be a bad matchup. You're able to play in the half court because they're running it. I guess that'd be a bad example too, because they have an NBA prospect in Milan, Mančivović from Pewaukee area, who again, if he's coming off a flare, I'm scared that they're not going to pick up the action, because if they're not picking up the action against High Point, you can't teach quick defensive philosophies if that's not what you're teaching throughout the season.
Shouldn't you be selling out for no threes, no fouls at this point? Like just like almost like giving them and forcing them to take it to the rim?
Yes, Brad. Yes, Brad. 82-81 is the score. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Oh, it's over-under next?
Are we doing over-under, Strophy?
Let's push it to the 3 o'clock hour.
We will push over-under to a little bit later as we react with you live as the Badgers are up 1 against High Point. Again, that has to be an automatic switch. I need to take a breath. We'll be back next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
But I got a bone to pick with Strofe next. More questions?
Bone to pick? I have a question, yeah. How are babies made?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's a great day for Brewers baseball, and with Brewers checking from Associated Bank, you get a powerful lineup of perks all season. Leading off is Express Entry with incredible speed. Next up, 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. Sporty stuff. And third, up to 50% off home game tickets. But if you can believe it, there's even more you can score. Because with Brewers checking, you get the strongest lineup in baseball. Only from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. If 2025 didn't go exactly as planned, you're not alone. You made it through, and that's what counts. Now it's time for taxes, and for a lot of people, that's when the stress kicks in, especially if things got messy along the way. The good news? A rough year doesn't mean a ruined future. We helped Nate fix a tax mess with the IRS created by one of those national firms and saved him $103,000 in penalties, plus another $150,000 in taxes, because we know the tax law. Imagine walking into tax season with a plan, clarity, and someone in your corner who knows the tax law and knows how to use it. You earned it. We help you keep it. Call us now at 414-325-2040 to arrange a meeting to see how we can help you. Don't wait. Call now. That's 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Your District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to senior writer for ESPN's Anscape, Mark Spears. Find Your District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
Ben Brust here, and let's cut the crap. I've been sold a lie with sportswear, too. You pay a fortune for big-name gear, a fancy logo, a slogan, and it still stinks. Iron Jock doesn't play that game. Silver ion technology is woven into every thread, killing 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria. And now, through March 22nd, our listeners can get 40% off all Iron Jock hoodies with the code HOODIE40. That's HOODIE 40. Shop now at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I don't have any good news to report right now. Nick Boyd missed a tough layup near the rim that he probably could have finished. And if I'm not mistaken, the same guy who hit 6 threes, who had shot like 6 twos the entire year, just made a 2 on a wide open breakaway to go up 83-82. The Badgers have the ball with a timeout. They are down 1 with 11 seconds left. We're either going to have a moment that we will see over and over again from the Badgers social media, or I don't know how I'm going to continue to do the show.
I think I just saw a graphic on TV that said High Point has made 6 of last 7 field goal attempts. Wisconsin has missed 6 of their last 7 field goal attempts. Something like that. It just goes to show how these last 4 minutes have collapsed.
So, Strofe, is it okay to be silent for the 11 seconds that the ball is in play?
I guess we don't want to. No, hey, listen. I mean, hey, this is you get. They had their opportunity. They seized it. Now you get your opportunity.
Right,
you seize it.
I can say Boyd's got the ball coming down,
and
then we'll react to the
try
rest.
Try to get a quick score.
I mean,
holding it down for the last shot. He got. Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
He was.
I'm gonna need to see a replay of that.
So
but that
blocked at the rim.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Oh no.
There are no words.
Oh, no. This is unbelievable.
Wisconsin is snake bitten when it comes to the NCAA tournament.
Currently, right now, it used to be.
You had those years with Ben and Frank and all those guys. We're gonna have Frank coming up here soon, but
it looked like they collapsed everybody. I mean, basically.
I guess
when he
drove,
knew 1, 2, 3, 2 guys there, 3 guys there.
The reality is, Boyd has done that the last 4 possessions, and so Boyd had the ball. You know he's going to do something similar, try to take it to the rim, and they responded. Like that was an impressive defensive shift to have everyone collapse down.
Yeah, they were prepared for it. That's exactly what they did. They were prepared for it.
Do you still like the call, Ben? Do you still like just giving it to Boyd?
I'm fine giving it to Boyd, but like Nolan Winter was right on the right block where his help side guy was able to just come on over and block it as he tried to make a play. No movement, no cutting, a lot of watching. My mind goes back to how you let the person on the floor. I see Nick Boyd still clapping with 2.1 seconds left. I get it's not over.
And we have a timeout, correct?
They have a timeout.
There's one timeout left.
All right, so we just need a miss here. He missed it.
Timeout.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
So you get the ball at half court?
No.
Or do you get the ball?
You do not advance it in college basketball.
We need a Ben Brust type of shot right here. How much time was left on your shot?
What they need is a big who's athletic that can jump up and grab it and turn and shoot.
Nolan Winters.
How much time?
He can't jump right now.
How much time was on the clock with your
2.4?
Okay, it's 2.1. So you inbound it near half court.
I'd want if Blackwell's. If they're going to get it to somebody, Blackwell's got to get it around half court.
Is there a play drawn up for this moment?
There should be. You should
because there was a play drawn up for your moment. Correct?
We literally practiced it the night before. You practice situations all the time. You practice time, score. So after the missed free throw, it was 2.1. 0.3 seconds came off the clock. As now they're showing
no dribble,
Michelle
catch and
Guard
shoot
right now, which is very mean.
Yeah.
Very mean of CBS. That was very mean of you, CBS. How dare you put the head coach's wife out there when they're losing? Where were they when they were winning?
So if you're Ben Brust, what's the call here? Or so you're Greg Gard, what do you do?
So my initial thought is who is your most athletic big that can turn and catch and shoot? No one can't do that. So you're trying to get it to Blackwell on some sort of way where he can get towards the basket.
Whoa, they just took time off the clock. You see
yes,
that?
Because
he
yes,
had to.
Strofe, they had to. You can't call a timeout with no seconds.
Well, it went from 1.8 to 1.4, and now it's back to 1.8.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
1.8 is on the clock. 0.7 seconds is enough time to gain possession, or like 0.3 seconds, you get it all time. It's like instantaneous. It's like a boom, boom. Mm-hmm. So now we watch and wait, and they are in the same setup that we were against Michigan. So we'll see if the big goes long and the two guys do banana cuts. Yep, banana cut. Don't give it to Boyd. So he's going deep. Catch. Nothing.
Oh, that's wild. That is it.
Well, I feel like once he threw it 3/4 court, it's like a game of 500.
But that's where you need somebody to. I can't believe.
Well, this is dejecting and depressing of the way this season is ending after so much excitement, so many high hopes, especially the way they finished the season.
I talk so much crap about them beating High Point.
Yeah, only this is a devastating loss.
But you should. I mean, this team all season, all Big Ten tournament, beat great teams. You saw a ceiling that was as high as any ceiling in the country. It feels like it was easy to write off the bad losses. But this is one of those bad losses.
High Point hit the shots when they needed to. They were down 70-62, and they absolutely started getting hot, and they hit the shots when they needed to. And that's this is the NCAA tournament. All it takes is that type of run to get hot, and guys end up winning.
It's a combination of both, and obviously Ben's more well versed with this than
he is.
I'll tell you what frustrated me most watching that game.
Oh my goodness, I am stunned.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I wasn't
stunned.
I wasn't expecting this result. I was looking forward.
And this is the worst part about the early game, the early slot. The way you feel, Kyle, after the Packers lose.
Hold down. It's ruined.
It's done.
It's ruined.
It literally doesn't matter. Not if they would have lost to Arkansas, right? Like, on a Saturday. Like, fine, that's two really high caliber teams.
Yeah, you're not.
And here's what I will say: credit to the High Point players for making plays. But the execution of the Badgers, finishing offensively, getting the right shots, and the way that they defended was just it was poor. It was horrible.
I'm looking at this neutral, and usually after
you go right to some, and we can't. At 5 o'clock,
I got to drive home. At 5 o'clock, I got to drive home. This is devastating. It really is.
Give us your initial thoughts.
Yeah,
800-990-3776. This car was talking Texas.
I just can't.
Give us your initial thoughts. We're going to be with you till 5 o'clock, and I don't know how I'm going to do anything else but relive this entire game after watching number 99 of High Point.
Who did literally? He didn't do anything in the first half.
He has 0 points.
And it wasn't until the last 7 minutes of the game he started shooting
6 threes, and he had a wide open layup after the Badgers crashed on an offensive. There's so many broken rules that I used to watch and live by that I know are hard to manage when you change the way that you play your system, but I need the hybrid somehow. You're what's the robbing from whoever to pay the whatever.
Robbing from Peter, pay to Paul. Yeah,
that's what the Badgers have done.
What could the sports
system.
update
go ahead,
be?
Strofe,
What could it be?
What do you got?
High Point's Chase Johnston has now made one 2-point field goal this season, and it was the game-winning bucket.
Yep. I think he was 0 for 6 from 2, right? Heading into this game?
I believe that is correct.
It's frustrating because a couple days ago on the show, I applauded Greg Gard, and he still deserves some applause for changing the Wisconsin Badger system, for evolving to NIL.
But you need to win. You need to win. Especially this game, you have to win.
It calls into question, is that system built for the tournament? Because Bo's system was built for the tournament.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, I mean, there's something there.
Because you can defend
built for the tournament. Yeah.
But at times you couldn't score.
Yeah, fair.
But
I guess when you had your teams that had scores plus defense, you get Final Fours.
Correct.
Yeah, I guess you.
Frank Kaminsky will be joining us at 3:30.
Frank was concerned
questions
about
for
this.
Frank Kaminsky and myself and Kyle and Brad. 800-990-3776. I can't believe I'm saying it. We're reacting to the Badgers' loss against High Point live from Christy's Landing. I've never been so teased in my life staring at alcohol that I can't consume.
Yeah.
I feel pain inside. I really do.
Somebody show me the FCC rules so I know whether or not I'm going to break it or not.
We're back in 2 minutes. This blows.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play. Let's celebrate Milwaukee. Ewald Automotive Group's 62-year anniversary sale is on. This month, we're celebrating with anniversary savings on over 1,400 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Payments as low as $250 a month. Financing as low as 0%. Plus 2 years of included maintenance on us. The Ewald Automotive Group's 62-year anniversary sales event. This month only at every Ewald location. Go to EwaldAuto.com.
Select models with approved credit. See dealer for details. Expires month end.
Looking up at the Marquette banners, brought to you by Saganiac Planning. Number 15 retired in honor of Butch Lee. He finished in 78, and the number retired the next season. It's hard to believe that any player could ever equal what Butch Lee did at Marquette. Part of the national championship team in 77, and the Final Four MVP, and the next season, the consensus National Player of the Year. So much success, it's not necessary to bring up any statistics. Number 15, Butch Lee, did everything. Running a business means taking care of your team and your bottom line. For over 50 years, Saganiac Planning has helped small businesses build smarter, more affordable medical and employee benefit plans. From health insurance to customized coverage options, our experts make it simple to protect your people and your future. Saganiac Planning, your partner in planning confidence. Visit SaganiacPlanning.com or call John Saganiac Jr. today to get started. 262-783-6161.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Brust Nortman, live from Christy's Landing. I mean, it's one of my favorite bars. It's good to be at a bar when 5 o'clock hits when we are off the air, because that sucked. The Badgers lost 83-82. Too high point in the NCAA tournament in the first round. The 12-5 that I talked a lot of crap about that this wouldn't happen, happened. I want to go back to robbing Peter to pay Paul, because that's what I feel like has happened over the last 3 years in the tournament. And that's something that I've watched going back to last year, sitting at home, watching the Badgers play against Arizona. That was a home and home they had. They lost by 20 3 years ago, or 2 years ago. Last year, they won at home. And you won't face Arizona this year because you just lost in the NCAA tournament. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Stroh's running the show. Send all questions, thoughts on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison, 800-990-3776, your Cardinals Talking text line. So when Josh Gosser and I were together, and Josh was Captain America. Let's go backwards a little bit. 14 and 15, he was the glue of our team. He was the leader of our team, whether people knew it or not, right? The guy that everyone looked to, and like, almost like he was like the flight attendant when you're in turbulence and you look at him and you automatically feel confident because they're not freaking out. That's the Josh Gosser of our teams. So when I think about Badger basketball, I think about the success we've had. I always think about him and what he was able to do coming off as an ACL in 2014, and how he played in 2015 guarding the best players. Frank was amazing. Sam took a next step. Nigel was also awesome from freshman to sophomore year, developing some outside game. Bronson Koenig from freshman to sophomore year developed. You talked about that offensive side of thing, but also the defensive side of thing. There was efficiency on both ends. And teams that make deep tournament runs are top 25 or top 20 in both offensive and defensive efficiency. The Badgers were top 10 in offensive efficiency this year. They were 60th in defensive efficiency. And when you think of 60th, that's far out when you consider how good your team is, right? Like 60, I know there's 300 whatever, but there's a lot of bad teams 80 and beyond. There's a lot. So you're putting your defensive ranking in bottom tier Big 12, Big 10, SEC schools. That's not good enough. And so Josh and I were watching the Arizona game last year, and we just couldn't believe the amount of straight line drives that there were. Meaning a guy had the ball at the top of the key. He's a right-handed player, and we go right down the right lane line and finish with his right hand.
Easy.
No cutting him off, make a counter move, send him to the help, all the things that are in our head. And at the same time, it was hard to argue against it because they won that game, and they scored 100-plus points. Then we were at Potawatomi Sportsbook last year. Stayed after we were at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Josh and his wonderful wife, who have 3 kids, got away. Always nice to stay at a hotel away from kids, when you can, when you have that many. We watched the game together. And it was the same concept. When you play in a tight game, and that was BYU, this was High Point. My point is, if it was Arkansas, it might have felt the same way. When you have a player who shot 6 twos the entire year, if he made 6 threes, I don't know if any of us would have been on the team next year. Now, that's hyperbolic, but I also don't know because it never happened. It's different when John Diebler of Ohio State makes 7 threes in one half against us because he shot 50% at Ohio State when they were number 1 in the country. This is High Point. And so those are the trends that make me anxious. And I think they can buck that trend. The sexy appeal of getting players right now is you can come be Nick Boyd, you can come be John Blackwell, even a guy like Braden Carrington who didn't think about wanting to continue to play basketball, found a role and then got reignited when he started hitting threes, being a part of this fun offense. when you have a player who shot 6 twos, makes 6 threes in the second half alone, that can't happen. Especially when you have a gap of 8 points. And he wasn't the only one who hit threes when they were coming back, but he hit a majority. He hit 3 or 4 of them late when it mattered. He's coming off of a flare screen. And for those who don't know what a flare screen is, essentially a big sets a screen for a wing to go to the corner or at the top of the key to go to the wing.
They do it for Steph Curry all the time.
A lot of shooters you'll see get a screen, they go away from the ball, and because you want the big to have to try and help, and then the big who set the screen can slip. Guess what? I would have loved to see them make High Point get a basket for 2 when you're up 7 or 8. When you have those swings of 3 points, next thing you know, you hit 2 threes and you don't finish and execute on your own end, which offensively they weren't good enough. Those are the things that are bothering me most right now as I just think about what I've seen over the last 2 years. I love this team. We know they could beat anyone, but we also probably didn't talk enough about, and that's my fault, the losses that they had where they could lose to anybody.
I just felt like this year, especially the way things had progressed in Big Ten play, where they had some losses when they got beat up by Ohio State, who made the tournament. They lost out, and I believe it was Oregon that they lost. That was a bad loss. But it just felt like when the moment was there where they needed to rise to the occasion, it seemed to me that they continued to rise to the occasion since basically, January, right? And so that's why when I looked at this moment, it was like, all right, yes, High Point is not better than Wisconsin basketball, but the basketball team we've seen over the last 6 weeks is going to be mentally prepared to go in there and take care of business. They don't care that they're the better team. They're going to prove that they're the better team, and unfortunately, it wasn't the case, and this is the result that you get.
And it seemed like to end the season, even though they had experienced those losses that were ugly,
you beat Illinois on the road. You beat Michigan on the road as 15-point dogs. You beat Purdue on the road at the end of the season to verify that you are real. You then beat Illinois again in the Big Ten tournament. You took a number 1 seed Michigan that you beat early in the season to 60-60. They hit a 3 to end the game in the Big Ten semifinals. Sooner or later, you got to break through. And I think Gard is a great coach. I love Greg Gard. I love what he does. He's the perfect Wisconsin guy who built something that people are proud of. And it sucks that all the things that I just mentioned, this is the way it is. The NCAA tournament is how you are judged. And it hasn't been there for his team. And that's something that he has to figure out.
Yeah,
because he's going to get another chance at this.
Oh,
you don't beat the amount of teams that he did of high quality and not know that there's something there, but refining what you were doing. I don't know what those little – as someone who hasn't switched from when we played the efficient, slower style, but we were efficient as hell. Top 10 in offensive efficiency in 14, I think first in the country in offensive efficiency when they went to the national championship in 15. That was playing in lower possessions. They're playing higher possessions. So there's so much more variability. There's so much more room for error if you don't have a little bit more of a defensive focus. So how do you mirror how you are playing fast and teach those principles defensively in a short period of time? Because also what made us so successful when we went back-to-back Final Fours is it's not like the guys didn't grow up in the system, right? So I didn't play as a freshman because I sucked at defense. I would have played 35 minutes and scored a bunch of points, but I don't know if I would have helped the team win today. I had to learn how to play defense to get on the floor. Where's that middle ground? And I don't know. I'm genuinely curious how Gard figures it out. How do you figure out how to continue to play fast, continue to score, but also tell them we can't take possessions off, as many possessions off as they are to execute as well as they have on offense, which wasn't good enough down the stretch to the end in this game either. One more thing I need to ask in the transfer portal. I need a big. I need an athletic big. I need a big that can dominate the glass. They were out-rebounded by High Point. 13-6 on the offensive glass. Yes, right. That cannot happen either. Mm-hmm. So I know you can get scoring. I know they can get scoring. Can you get somebody to actually help where you've been deficient? When we talk about Big Ten teams, when they go in the tournament, if you play, and the High Point's not even athletic, they're not big. That's why I was scared as hell about Arkansas if they played them, because number 7, Prasil, he's blocking shots above the rim. He's tip slamming. Those are the things that I think of long term. You can beat a lot of the Big Ten teams, but you typically don't have that same athleticism that the Big 12 and SEC have. Just the way the Big Ten always has been. So I've rambled.
No, that's good. That's insightful. I just think that you're totally right when it comes to defense. I don't know how you create a cohesive defensive unit when you have transfers every year, so you're kind of restarting. How can you play team defense? How can you infuse culture? Which defense is a lot of effort, and it's a lot of working together. So how do you do that when a transfer portal era is upon us? But then if you're going to choose offense, which I'm okay with, I think that's made for a really exciting product. I think it makes that you can beat teams like Michigan and Illinois, and you can play with anybody. But if that's going to be your bread and butter, if scoring and efficiencies can be your bread and butter, then when you're up, what were they up, 70-62 with like 5 minutes to go?
Yes, I think it was under 7.
We saw how many shots in a row not go. Not even just the final 3 or 4 minutes, all game, where you're like, that's a shot they normally make. I know they put up 82 points, which is respectable. That's a lot of points still. But there were too many points left in especially the clutch moments at the end of the game. I mean, I think they must have went now like 7 of their last 8 field goals were missed. So if you're going to be an offensive team, then you better lean on offense and you better be efficient on offense when it really matters. They could have easily maintained the lead, but poor defense, which is kind of characteristic of the team, but not getting good shots off and not making those shots, that's when it becomes, okay, now that's uncharacteristic of this Wisconsin team.
Let's go to the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776. Scott in Fort Worth, all the way in Texas. What do you got, Scott?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Yeah, I've had time to cool off. I'm so pissed. I don't know. I should be used to it. It's Wisconsin, that's all we do is choke. I'd pick a sport, pick a franchise. Packers, Brewers, maybe not the Bucks recently. They just suck. The Badgers football team, Badgers basketball team, finding new and inventive ways to lose every day in the year. I'm getting tired of it. It's becoming a national meme if you haven't noticed. They notice it all the way down here in Texas. Wisconsin finds a way to lose. Choke. They got 15-minute-long videos of the Packers choking in the last 15 years in the playoffs every year. And now the Badgers find a way to lose to an online junior college. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you let an online junior college beat you in the NCAA tournament after you've had the Michigan a loss and Illinois twice and Purdue. I do not understand it. But I know as a sports fan from Wisconsin that I'm friggin' tired of it. I am sick and tired of us being a laughingstock in the sports world, losing games that we shouldn't lose to teams that nobody's ever heard of, quite frankly, until last Sunday.
You know what's funny, Scott? Brad Nortman lived in North Carolina, and he had never heard of High Point.
Never heard of High Point. When you told me it was in North Carolina, I was like, come on, North Carolina? No. Never even heard of it.
I don't know. I think I could probably listen to Scott's call on repeat. It hurts to listen to.
Yeah,
but
you can identify
spot the
with
lie.
It. You can identify
like from an emotional level of all the heartbreak. Here's all I can say is, at least the teams here, you earn the opportunity for heartbreak, but sooner or later the heartbreak it just sucks. Like when I'm listening to Scott, the thing I pinpoint is it too Midwest nice around here? Do we need some more dogs around here?
No.
Do we need some more attitude around here? No, you do. What do you mean? No. They got out rebounded by High Point, Kyle. 13-6 on the offensive glass.
That's just called coaching and the level of what the expectations are. And he was absolutely right, though. Far too often we hear him in Wisconsin know what this feeling is of heartbreak. The Wisconsin Badgers, listen, they had us on a super high back when Bren's team was making a run and Bo Ryan had them going. Now we're on a super low. And then, when Wisconsin Badger football team was cooking, we still had a lot of heartbreak and big losses in those moments. There was a run where the Badgers didn't lose a game by more than a score, but we couldn't beat the big teams. So
we're going to get to all your calls before we get to Frank Kaminsky joining Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Brad, tell us, as somebody that never lets us down, until 2032, you have something amazing, and it's the one thing I can offer you right now, because I can't offer much.
Yeah, one thing to ease the pain. Who'll never give you heartbreak, never let you down, never feel the feeling you're feeling right now. You want to turn that around? You go visit Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. I promise you'll walk in with a frown because you're feeling what we're feeling, but you're going to walk out with a smile because they have 0% interest financing for 6 years. That's all the way to 2032. So you get your increased home value, decreased energy costs, and the beautiful transformation that only Pella Windows and Doors can offer you, all for no interest for 6 years. And if that wasn't enough, Pella is offering one lucky homeowner the chance to win up to $5,000 off their new Pella windows or door project when they schedule an appointment at the Home and Garden Show, which is happening this weekend. So stop by the Pella booth and ask for a Pella representative for details on how you can win your opportunity for up to $5,000 off of your Pella project. Go to the showroom, visit them online, give them a call. So many ways to get Pella in your home.
Put it on the poll, Strofe. Petey Pablo nailed it. Which loss was worse? 21-3 against the Bears or this loss against High Point? Give us your thoughts. We'll hear you on the 800-990-3776. Coming up next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
He is now off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artist. Choke artist, choke artist, choke artist. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You
frauds,
choked against TCU. You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. You choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We're looking at several backups already this afternoon. 94 westbound, you'll hit the brakes between 27th Street and the stadium. Eastbound, you have two spots with delays. First at 76th Street, that clears up, and then you'll again slow down once you head past the stadium. 41 northbound, looking at delays between Mayfair Road and Burleigh, and 43 south is starting to get slow from about Walnut heading into downtown. And finally, over in Waukesha County, Highway 67 is still closed in both directions between Griffith Road and Whitaker Lane due to an officer-involved shooting this morning. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low 35. Friday, mostly cloudy, high of 47 by the lake, 53 inland. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play Georgia Golf Club for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by March 31st. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
The Brew Crew are back on March 26th.
Turio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they open up the season against the Chicago White Sox.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
Brewers opening day is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in March 26th at 1:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
When Milwaukee families need help, the United Way is there, reducing barriers to employment, providing transportation, safe and stable homes, and more for over 192,000 people.
And this month, Cunis is proud to stand beside them. Hi, I'm Bill Eater with Cunis of Milwaukee.
And I am Tony Avery with the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County. During the Cunis Drives Milwaukee 1000 event, they're donating $100 to the United Way for every vehicle sold.
Our goal this month is simple: 1,000 vehicles across 3 Cunis Milwaukee dealerships.
For a $100,000 donation to the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County.
To help us reach our goal, you'll find incredible deals on all new and pre-owned vehicles at our 3 locations in Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall.
Be a part of driving Milwaukee forward at the Cunis Drives Milwaukee 1000 event.
Start your search today at CunisMKE.com. That's CunisMKE.com.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is ready to slip someone into a green jacket. The next tournament of the season's here, and there's $1,000 in cash prizes. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a 2-man scramble at Georgia Golf Club, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's spacious, state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and all team must compete their round by March 31st. Who's walking away with the cash, and who's earning that green jacket?
Wisconsin, let's keep this simple. If you've been patiently waiting for Yuengling to finally make its way here, thanks for hanging in there. If you believe a beer tastes even better after shoveling the driveway, mowing the lawn, or putting in an honest day's work, well, you're our kind of people. Wisconsin, it's finally here. Yuengling, oldest brewery in America, family owned and operated for 6 generations, and now officially in Wisconsin. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us.
Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I like providing some happiness when I'm not happy, but maybe you can be happy. Because through the 24th at Metro Market and Pick and Save, you can get buy one, get one Screamin' Sicilian Original and Thin and Crispy. We had Tavern Style yesterday out at Kipson in Milwaukee, and it was absolutely amazing. I've had it before, but having it again and again and again is never a bad thing. But getting Thin and Crispy and Screamin' Sicilian BOGO at Metro Market and Pick and Save is even better than I could ask for right now. Frozen Pizza Friday can't come soon enough at the Brust household tomorrow. Get it before it's gone. Pick and Save Metro Market, BOGO, Screamin' Sicilian through the 24th. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman.
I just want hope again.
Strofe is running the show. Well,
I used to have hope.
Opening day is on next Thursday.
I'm talking about Badgers hope. I'm talking about when we lost in the Sweet 16 multiple times.
They've given you hope.
No. It was different.
They've given you hope, but just not in the spot that you want to see it, which I totally understand.
Not where it matters.
Yeah, like
there's I don't know. There's numbness. Like, this has happened so many times that there's a level of numbness taking over.
This is embarrassing.
It feels like a simulation to me. Like I'm like that's not possible.
How long can we impose pain on this fan group until they all burst?
Well, I can tell you that the way to ease the pain right now is at Christie's Landing, where we are at 5 for the price of 4.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
Bud Lights right now, so make sure you get on those Bud Lights. I know there's a special, but I think I need a Bud Heavy. I love Bud Heavy, but I only bring it out on special occasions, and this is a bad special occasion where I need a Bud Heavy. The king of beers, make me feel on top for once. Let's go to the phone lines. Andy and Grafton, go ahead.
Yeah, how much more information do we need to just know that Greg Gard just isn't good enough? I mean, we're, 8 years since the Sweet 16? And every excuse has been made. Well, NIL, they just don't get enough good players. Well, COVID year, we would have been good. Like, at what point do we just say, like, it's time to go?
So we did that with the football team, and there was 4 wins last year. That's what I want everyone to keep in mind right now. You did that, and you had 4 wins in the third year of a guy you're paying $8 million a year. That's the context I would like to add. I'm not saying I'm happy. I'm definitely not. You can go back and listen to the second hour of the show right after they lost. I have problems with the way, not that he's not adjusting and not the way he's not attracting talent, but the way that they're playing in these tight games and meaningful moments, the things that helped make our teams great when we went to back-to-back Final Fours. He's been around Bo forever. I still believe that there is a way to marry it. That's why I'm not paid to be the head coach. There's a way to marry playing faster, scoring points, but also having some concepts defensively that you can rely on that they just don't have right now when teams are scoring.
Well, there are plenty of other teams that do it. I mean, the best 10 to 15 teams in the country, they are finishing in the top 20 to 25 of both categories, scoring and defense. So you don't have to choose one or the other. It feels like you've had to as Wisconsin fans, but you don't have to choose one or the others. I mean, the difference between football and basketball is football, you can look at the team the last several years, and hopefully they're better this year, but you can say objectively they stink. Like, they are not a good team. You look at this basketball team.
Which makes this harder.
Yeah, this basketball team is a good team. Like, you don't do what they did all season and call them a bad basketball team or Greg Gard a bad coach. Now, he's not winning when it matters most, which if that's everything to you, then yes, you can call his candidacy into question. But the reality is he's a good coach. He's putting together good teams. He's just not doing it when it matters most.
Yeah, and I think one thing that we have to be real about is that Wisconsin no longer – we don't go into the season, even going into the tournament, none of us were talking about winning a national championship. We were talking about sweet – no, but
that never happened until we finally broke through the Final Four.
But understand – when I talked about hope earlier, the Badgers consistently were winning NCAA tournament games. We were making the Sweet 16. And so there was this sense of we can finally maybe break through at some point. And now I feel like we're just aiming to make it to the Sweet 16. There wasn't a moment during this season that anybody here thought that the Badgers were actually going to win a national championship. And that's why I say I want to have hope, right? These stupid
national
dreams.
championship far. I think you could put Final Four.
Sure, Final Four. Make it back to a Final Four.
Yeah, and I think there were moments this year in the last 2 months where there's even people who there was half picking against High Point, and then everyone praising the Badgers that they could be a Final Four team.
Yeah, but I don't think we all believe they were going to be a Final Four team.
This is the first year that I actually bought in. But I bought into them actually having a chance, and
Arizona would have been a tough match.
But again. So was Michigan, so was Illinois, so was Purdue, so it's revisionist history now to say, we couldn't do that. But they didn't beat High Point, so I get that I can't even say anything because I believed and I was duped.
My whole point is this, though, is that maybe I have lowered the bar for expectations for Wisconsin basketball. That's why I hate losing. I do. But I just don't. Greg Gard's job to me is to try to one day break through, but I have no expectations to break through. I felt with Bo Ryan one day there was going to be a time that Wisconsin basketball was going to reach it. I don't feel that way with Greg Gard.
In 2013, when we lost in the first round, despite going to Sweet 16 the 2 years prior, people were like, there it is again. Bo's just never going to get to a Final Four.
But Bo had his top four in the Big Ten damn near every single year.
But that didn't matter because
it was a model of consistency.
Being top four, that's great.
That you just
but that's not to the standard that you want this team to be at.
But Ben, it's so different. You build up. You have teams, Wisconsin Badger teams, that build up, that make it to an Elite Eight, right? That you see, like, okay, maybe this year.
And then they went backwards and lost to Cornell in 2010, 2011, the round of 32 to go to the Sweet 16.
Things like that happen, but I still had hope that this Badger
program. And then we lose
to
Ole Miss.
I had hope that the Badger program could build into something.
The difference that I can't say anything right now is since 2017, there hasn't been any of that up and that down.
Exactly.
It's been in the round of 32 or James Madison and now High Point.
In the NIL era, I just don't see Wisconsin being that premier basketball.
The NIL era is James Madison, BYU, and High Point. I would consider that the NIL era because AJ Storr came here.
Was Iowa State? Was that also?
That was Johnny Davis, Brad Davis, and that was before they really opened the floodgates. But that hurts too because you were in Milwaukee and you were, I think you were a 3 seed losing to an 11 seed.
Yes.
In last year we were a 3 seed losing to a 6 seed.
No. Yes.
Yeah, 3 seed. Yeah.
So 3 years in a row we've been upset by higher seeds.
But I mean, Wisconsin's never going to be Michigan State, Illinois, Michigan, Duke, North Carolina, Kansas. Like they're just not in the same way the football team's never going to be Georgia and Alabama. So yes, you need to have reasonable expectations. But Sweet 16s, not every single year, but certainly more than once in the last decade. Certainly, I think that is a very reasonable expectation.
Soren and Heartland, you're up.
Hey, going back to what Scott said, it's like it seems like all of the Wisconsin coaches get together right before one of them has, a playoff game, and they say, hey, what's the worst way we can blow this game? I mean, for some reason, what pops up in my head is 2015 Aaron Rodgers throws those 2 Hail Marys. It's like, no way we're back in this game. Go to overtime, and then Larry Fitzgerald goes like 50 yards down the field, and it's like, we blew it. We blew it. And it's always those little mistakes, like for instance, Blackwell, that out-of-bounds stuff. It's like, how do we have these teams with there's such high potential, and they make the worst mistakes?
Yeah,
all of them.
Again, Soren, what would you pick? Well, you can vote, and we'll find out later. Which is worse, the Packers collapse or the Badgers upset? Packers collapse is still winning on the poll. This one is just really deflating. Joining us next, Frank Kaminsky, the Naismith National Player of the Year. Kyle Brust Nortman, live from Christy's Landing. 5 for the price of 4, Bud Light and Neutral. next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Babe Ruth was short, fat. Well, I don't know how short he was. He looked short in the video. He was fat. He was stubby. He looked fat. He tried it. He didn't have a sprint. Have you ever seen Babe Ruth sprint? I wonder how many steals he had. 0.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Plan for some extra time through those construction zones as always. Starting with 94, westbound is slow between about 35th Street and the stadium. Eastbound slows down just after 76th Street. That improves before Hawley, but it slows down again once you get to the stadium. 41 northbound, we're seeing delays from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh, and 43 southbound slowdowns there stretching from Center Street into downtown. Also over in Waukesha County, Highway 67 is still closed in both directions between Griffith Road and Whitaker Lane due to that incident this morning. Traffic is brought to you by 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee, your home for basketball this March. Stop in for great local food, cold drinks, and wall-to-wall tournament action. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies, low of 35. Friday, mostly cloudy, high of 47 by the lake, 53 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
Feeling lucky? Then roll into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee this March for Lucky Rollers. Every Thursday, we're giving away over $70,000 in prizes. Play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries, and you can roll out with $550 in reward play. Or get lucky and win your share of $16,000 in cash. Lucky Rollers, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This is Coach Greg Gard. I've lived my whole life in Wisconsin, and I know what people here value: hard work, honesty, and looking out for one another. That's exactly how Bank CMG approaches banking. They combine hometown values with modern tools to help people make confident financial decisions. When you want a bank that understands where you're coming from, Bank CMG makes sense. Visit bankcmg.com or stop by your local branch. Let's get to work.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Harry Douglas.
I thought St. John's winning the Big East tournament and convincingly beating UConn twice, once in the regular season and then in the Big East championship game, I thought they were going to be higher than a 5 seed. Not only were they just a 5 seed, UConn, who lost to St. John's twice this season, including in the championship game in the Big East tournament, they're a 2 seed. But not only are St. John's a 5 seed and UConn a 2 seed, Freddie, they're both in the East region.
Don't get me started.
They played 3 times this season already, Freddie.
I know.
Why are these 2 teams in the same region? It makes no sense to me. Let me keep going, though. I got another one for you.
All right.
You have Louisville.
Same region, by the way.
Same region. If Louisville wins their first round game and Michigan State it wins their first round game, they play each other in the round of 32. Who made this bracket again?
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Every March, are brackets the only thing you can think about? Do you have symptoms such as constant bracket obsession or moderate to severe bracket-related distractions? You may be living with bracket brain. Thankfully, there's ESPN Tournament Challenge, the #1 proven way to treat bracket brain right at the source. So this March, download the ESPN Tournament Challenge app, fill out your men's bracket, and get you and your brain in the game. ESPN Tournament Challenge. Play the #1 bracket game. Presented by Allstate.
National Player of the Year, Wisconsin legend Frank Kaminsky joins KBN on the Yuengling Legends Line. National Player of the Year.
Charging inside against Kaminsky. He's blocked away.
Wisconsin legend.
I think he is one of the top players in the country that I've ever coached, for sure.
And the guy who carried Ben's college career.
I think that really showed at some points during the second half.
Frank Kaminsky joins KBN.
You were annoying to play with.
You really were.
On the Yuengling Legends Line. Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. Now available in Wisconsin.
I feel really welcomed on my own show after that intro. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman live from Christy's Landing. Alex Strove's running the show. Joining us now from, at least he's in Phoenix. At least it's nice out. We're looking at snow. Is Frank Kaminsky. Frank, I'll just toss it to you right now. What do you make of what just happened? Because it sucks that this is happening right now, and we're talking about this right now with you.
Yeah, it sucks. It does. Watching the game was hard. Just watching everything unfold. It's just it felt like you always had that in the back of your mind. It's okay, yeah, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. And then you just get that feeling. It's just they're not gonna be fine. This is not gonna go well. And it just didn't. I don't.
Frank,
That's a tough one to swallow.
With you about So in 2014, we weren't as efficient as you guys offensively in 15. But we were still a top 10. I think we were 6th in offensive efficiency, 30th in defensive efficiency. You guys were number 1 in 2015 in offensive efficiency and top 10, I believe, in defensive efficiency. So how does guard marry the fact that they're able to play faster, attract talent to score? But I don't know about you. I'm watching the number 99, I don't even want to mention his name because he was annoying the hell out of me, hit 6 threes in the second half. That never would have happened for a guy who only shot 6 twos. He wouldn't even got that many shots off when we were playing because we would have made it a focus to chase, switch. There was no opportunity for High Point to even slip because you give up a slip, you give up a 2 when you're up 7, right? That didn't happen. That 2 threes later, it's a close game. I'm trying to figure out how he can marry his system into some defensive principles that took us 1 to 2 years to learn and then master by your junior or senior year, depending on how long you stayed there.
Well, I mean that's almost impossible to do given the landscape. You only have so much time with guys before the season starts, and then you're figuring it out on the fly if they all fit together. I mean, the best way you can do it is you just have to find guys that fit that profile, but then it's hard because then they need a dollar amount to come to the school in the first place. So you're trying to figure out how to pay certain guys that are going to give you a scoring punch on offense, how to pay certain guys that are going to come out and be your defenders. And when you have guys that fall short of expectations, it's just not going to look good. And that's what it was this year. I mean, I feel like their defensive lapses throughout the season were evident. I mean, you kind of felt that there was a game like this waiting to happen where some random guy on another team is waiting to explode. It just, I don't know how you marry it. It's just you find a couple of mainstay players that get paid to stay for 2 or 3 years, like a Blackwell and Winter, and you find the right pieces that fit around it. But I don't know how you move forward this year. Are those 2 guys coming back? Who's going to be back? Who's not going to be back? Who are you going to find in the portal? I seriously, I don't know where it goes from here. So you just kind of have to appreciate the season for what it was. They got back to the NCAA tournament. They were a top 5 seed again. But you can see what the problem is. But Gardo's a fantastic coach. He really is. He's a guy that can figure it out. I think he's really smart. I think he'll find the guys that come in and play. It's just you have to find guys that are going to fit your system and not have these lapses come tournament time or NCAA or Big Ten tournament. It's just it's hard to see the past couple of years how it just feels like when the heat gets turned up by another team, they just kind of wilter away and there's no camaraderie. I mean, Ben, you remember in 2014 we were down by 12 at halftime against Oregon. And there was no issues in the locker room whatsoever. Everyone was just sitting there being okay, we're going to be fine. We're going to come out, and we come out on a run. And there was just camaraderie and gel, and it just, I don't know. I don't know how it goes from there.
Frank, I was giving Greg Gard a lot of credit for just remaking this Wisconsin Badger basketball team in the NIL era, new efficient offense, fun to watch. But with these early exits and these upsets that are occurring over these last few years, it makes me wonder, can the Badgers have tournament success with this new approach? It felt like with Bo Ryan, it was always defense, so you're at least going to be able to keep it low scoring, and maybe that's a more successful way to make runs in the tournament. Is this new system that Greg Gard is employing, can it yield tournament success?
It can. It definitely can. I mean, historically, like Ben is talking about, you need to be better on the defensive end, especially in college basketball. And I think a big thing with them this year is they were great from three, but their 2-point success, they just didn't have like a go-to player outside of Nick Boyd that can consistently get to the rim and finish in the paint when you need to slow down the game. They're great when the game, you saw it there at the end, when the game gets going fast and playing, and you open the door to allow a kid like whatever number 99 is to hit those threes because you're just trying to pick up the tempo. But Ben knows we used to slow down the pace in those things and execute on offense. It'd be almost like surgical in what we were doing. And that just new system, that just isn't basketball in general anymore. Like that's an outdated system now. The teams that play that way generally don't have much success in the first place because they just get run out of the gym by other teams. So you have to adapt to the times, and you have to find guys that are capable of playing at a high pace, but who can also defend and lock down the paint at an extremely high level. And when you're relying on, some younger guys in rap.
I think we might have lost Frank on the video stream. Will effort to get him back, but I think he was.
You got me back?
We got you
sir,
back, but
back.
I mean, you were basically hitting on you had to evolve, because if you don't evolve, the system wasn't going to be able to keep up with basketball today.
What do you think, Wisconsin can actually break through like that, though?
I think they can. And that's the thing. I think sometimes we get caught up in the tradition of what Wisconsin basketball was to be successful, and you're always looking backwards in a sense, but you have to look at the systems around now. You have to look at, what other teams are successful. And I mean, it's been kind of different every year. I mean, you see Houston now starting to make runs. They play a really high pace. Mm-hmm. Florida, team that won it all last year, they were big and they had size and they played fast and they it's something different. It's like cyclical almost. And that slow pace is just outdated itself. So you can be successful with that system, but like I said, you have to go out and identify the right guys. And Gardo's done a great job the past couple of years of bringing in some older transfers in Boyd and Tanjay who have really filled a void, but you got to be able to find, some mainstays like 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 guys deep that can really compete at a high level. And it's extremely hard to do. And I'm not saying any knock on Wisconsin or anything like that, but these teams with these big NIL budgets, they're going to be able to go out and identify those guys and just be in all those conversations. And it's just harder for Wisconsin to do that right now. We'll see what happens in the next couple of years with all this stuff going on, but you never know.
Frank Kaminsky joining us on the Yuengling Legends hotline right now. Frank, what would you have done differently down the stretch when they were up 8 with like that last stretch before it all really crumbled? Is there anything that you saw that you wish would have been coached differently?
I mean, I think, so much of it fell on Nick Boyd, just like so much of it last year fell on John Tanjay to make plays down the stretch. I would have liked to have seen Blackwell get a little bit more involved, but at the end of the day, if you don't turn the ball over and you convert some of these things, you can't can't crash the glass and give up a breakaway layup when you're up 1 like that. You have to be able to get back. And so there's things that I'm not sure what I would have done different from an X and O standpoint. But it's just the mistakes, the inbound pass to Blackwell. If he catch and convert that, like it's a different game. Mm-hmm. If you get 2 guys back on defense, instead of crashing everybody to the offensive glass and don't give up a layup to a guy that hadn't made a 2-point basket the entire season, like you're talking about something different. So I don't want to say you slow down the pace and try to execute more, but that's really what basketball is. Like you need to get more people involved. It can't just all fall on one guy's shoulders. And I felt like, Boyd delivered, but too much of it was put on his shoulders to make the plays at the end of the game.
Well, Frank, we're going to be with you for 3 more weeks of this. So I honestly, like, talking to you is just going to make me more sad because it's made me think about how we were able to accomplish things. So, like, I'm thinking about how even against Arizona in the Elite Eight, despite the fact that we had a ball go off Trey that was ruled our ball and then switched, just like the Blackwell moment. Like, we were still able to find a way because of some principles. So just looking at you is making me think about things that I loved and then make me realize things that I hate that happened today. So thank you for joining us. I cannot wait to have you on for 3 more weeks, despite the fact that this is our first appearance in a bad meeting. But we appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon.
There will be happier times ahead, my friend. Stay strong, Benjamin. I know you're an emotional guy.
Me? Everyone's worried about me right now. They're like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not."
A vein in the forehead that is making an appearance again.
That's Frank Kaminsky. He is the best. He is also tan and warm.
Thanks, Frank.
In the sun. So
sun's coming for us.
We'll wrap up the ESPN Wisconsin portion coming up next. But I got to tell you that I met with my financial advisor because I have this all-in-one loan with Bank CMG because I'm paying down principal. And when you're paying down principal, I'm helping build more equity, and I'm saving more money on interest that's not just going to the bank. So go to bankcmg.com, visit them so you can figure out how you can help the value of your home. Pay down faster, pay less interest. It's there for you. They have banking, checking, savings, but also so many different things that can help you. Visit bankcmg.com. We'll wrap up the ESPN Wisconsin portion of KBN live from Christy's Landing next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
His career success rate was 51%. That's trash.
That is trash. That's really bad.
I'm Ricky Henderson in 1923. I want y'all to understand that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Don't miss a moment of the basketball tournament action this March at 3rd Street Market Hall. Home to your one-stop, must-stop viewing destination. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 20 locally owned food vendors, a 30 self-serve beer wall, over 50 HD TVs, plus game day specials. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is your downtown home for basketball this March.
Heck yeah! It's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Stroh for my friends at Robert Hack Diamonds. Listen, when it came to buying an engagement ring for my now fiance, I had no idea what I was doing, which is why I went to the team at Robert Hack. I heard her say words like radiant cut and solitaire, but to be real honest, I didn't really know what that meant. So I wrote it down, I brought it to the team at Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield, and they knocked it out of the park. It's true, if you've never been through this process before, the team at Robert Hack are absolute experts. 3 locations in the Milwaukee area, 1 in Greenfield, Brookfield South, and Brookfield North. If you're looking to take the next step like I did, and your girlfriend maybe is posting things on her Pinterest page or is showing you pictures, bring it into Robert Hack. They'll do their best to duplicate a dream ring for her, just like they did for my fiance. Moral of the story, if you are like me and you want to start, you just don't really know where, the answer's clear. Visit one of the 3 Robert Hack locations in the Milwaukee area. Just like me, at the end, you'll say, heck yeah, with Robert Hack Diamonds. And RobertHackDiamonds.com, that's RobertHackDiamonds.com.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the 2nd floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the 2nd floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Platteville Junior Grant Poppy. Poppy powered the Hillmen to a regional championship, leading Platteville to 3 postseason victories last week. He opened the playoffs with 12 points and 6 rebounds in a 76-66 win over River Valley. He followed that with a dominant 21-point, 14-rebound effort in a 71-50 win over Mauston. Then capped the title run with 27 points and 12 rebounds in a 72-61 regional final victory over Lodi. Earlier this season, Poppy also reached the 1,000-point career milestone as just a junior, cementing his place among the program's all-time leading scorers. Congratulations to Grant Poppy, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I may be broken inside, but something that can't help me is going to the Princeton Club to pump out some iron, playing some tennis, whatever it may be that I might need to get some endorphins. Definitely Saturday morning. It's going to be a Saturday morning. I think I'm going to take my daughter to the free childcare, sit in the sauna, do the rower, do some lifting, and get a foundation, which I have a decent foundation, but can always be better. And your growth starts with a healthy foundation of a healthy body. And I'm sorry to anyone that I love representing. I'm hurt. That sucks. I love the Princeton Club, and it will provide an outlet for me, and it can provide an outlet for you. So go to the Princeton Club and join for a better tomorrow. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. 4 for the price of 5. I might be doing, 5 for the price of 4. I might be doing 10 for the price of 8 after the show.
Wouldn't blame you. Would not blame you whatsoever.
Days like this, it stings. Stings to be a sports fan and a Wisconsin fan especially.
We'll go over to the poll on Twitter at KBNESPN.
Yeah, what a great poll. Which one sucks more? Thanks for reminding me.
Which one sucks more? The 21-3 halftime collapse or the 12-5 upset that we all witnessed today? What would you vote?
Oh, it's easy.
This?
Listen, Brad didn't even know where High Point was. I know exactly where Chicago is, and them damn fans don't
in Indiana.
Yeah, well, they're going to be in Indiana. Indiana Bears.
Brad?
Wisconsin. The reality is the Bears-Packer game ahead of time, it was basically a pick-em. Bears are a good team. I didn't even know where High Point was, and Wisconsin loses them in the first round. They were a double-digit favorite. Collapse at the end.
Strofe, are we being pommy?
Yeah, very much so. It's the Packers collapse. They were up 21-3 at halftime. This was close throughout. The Badgers have been a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament now 6 times. They have lost to a 12 seed in the first round 5 of those 6 times.
6.
We've seen this story before. I don't know that we've ever seen the Packers collapse to the Bears, who they've historically owned, like we did in the playoffs, which was really, it was much more heartbreaking.
Packers collapse is 70%. The upset today is 30%.
You know what? Ben had me so excited because he told me, we lost to 12 seeds, but it's only one time. Then it was a mid-major 12 seed.
12-1.
Everybody else was big.
It wasn't a lie?
No, it wasn't. So I was like, you know what? Ben's right.
Yeah.
High Point, I ain't worried about High Point. I ain't worried about this boy that from middle of nowhere that can shoot. I know
when am I ever right?
No, well, not all.
I'm never right. Don't listen to me.
I would say this, though. I mean, the thing that worried me about Ben's confidence is this team, as you guys have said a few times in the last hour or so, has been so inconsistent this year. They've played down to competition, they've played up to competition, and today was another prime example of playing down to competition. High Point was not the better team. The seeds showed that, the strength of schedule showed that, the schedule showed that, the players showed that. Wisconsin had the better 5 on the floor all day, and they still somehow found a way to lose the game, but they do this every single year.
But didn't it feel like this year when the games mattered since January, like when they really mattered,
yeah,
that the team,
they
stepped up. So I just thought that despite this being a lesser opponent, they understood how big this moment was, how big the opportunity was.
It's much harder to get up for High Point, the winner of the Big South Conference, than it is Michigan, who's dominated everybody all season. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. I understand
the way it was
circumstances of the game. It's the round of 64. It's the NCAA Tournament. You're in Portland, Oregon. I understand the circumstances, but it's much harder to get up and get excited when you're playing High Point, who nobody knew existed.
I don't buy that.
It's the NCAA Tournament.
I don't buy that.
This is the big dance.
Yeah, you have no excuse to not be up for it.
What's the excuse for James Madison? They scored, 49 points in that game? We've seen this story before.
No, but it's not about getting up for
a fraudulent team.
For this team, they had every reason to get up for it because this was they had the confidence that they could do something that maybe we haven't seen in a while, and they had the confidence, fans had the confidence. I felt the confidence through the coaching staff. I felt the confidence through people just who had watched this team throughout the entire year.
Some impressive.
Can I just mention, this is hell. I love what I do. I really do.
Yeah.
But to sit here and have to talk about something that unfolded, how do they do Green Bay game night?
I don't know.
Could you imagine if you had to do Green Bay game night, Kyle?
I could not do
after
Green
the Packers
Bay
lost to the Bears.
No, I could not. I could not.
Post game is hard.
Yes, I flow in the direction of the win. If the Packers win, I'm on a sky high. If the Packers lose, I'm frustrated and I'm mad and I'm upset. And a lot of times I'm dejected. I told you I was sitting there kicking a 11-year-old out of my face because I didn't want to be nowhere near him because he was cheering for the Bears even though he was a Vikings fan.
Well, oftentimes, too, with a bad loss or a team you love, you're instructed to go for a walk. Go do something different.
I can't go anywhere. I can't have the $5 for $4 right now.
Yeah, take your mind off of it. Well, we can't take our mind off it. We have to continue to dwell on it, continue to stew on how bad.
But if you can't take your mind off of it, please continue to go. And hit us up at 800-990-3776. That is the Carbos Talking text line.
Well, and Frank brings up interesting points, right? Frank Kaminsky, we had him on
I want to hit on that in the 414 Hour 4. If you're going to stay with us on the ESPN Wisconsin app, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, or 94.5 ESPN, we are going to revisit some of Frank's comments. Frank Kaminsky, former Badger great, National Player of the Year, 2-time Final Four participant, National Championship participant, longtime NBA player, now calling some games for the Suns in the NBA. He's seen basketball evolved. He's seen it all. He brought some perspective. And he has me thinking next steps, for what this team needs to accomplish. And some homerisms are coming to my head. Frank comments, this loss, it's all coming to a spot where I think I can get it all together and try and figure out the path forward. Because I can't just dwell, because if I dwell, I'm just going to be a miserable person to listen to, and I don't want to be that.
We need solutions. We need solutions when we need hope, because it doesn't feel
if
like
you're not
a whole lot
solutions-oriented, you can still call. I get it. We don't need you to be a solutions-oriented person. But if you want to be, you can. Alex Strofe is at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. We're hanging out at Christy's Landing, right off Lake Wabisa. It's a beautiful day. The snow is melting.
At least they'll have a chance to play over-under.
We will play over-under, one of our favorite games that we do on Thursday. Wheel of Strofe will probably suck, but we'll have a great time. Coming up next, Kyle, Brust Nortman. Strofe didn't tell me how much time is left before I have to go to break. 15 seconds, thank you. We can go to break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Enjoy the playout music.
Sports and banter, a perfect blend. KBN's the show that never ends.
Slowdowns are worsening on 41 northbound. Those backups start at Watertown Plank Road and continue past Burleigh. 43 southbound is on and off the brakes from about Center Street into downtown. 94 west moving very slowly starting at 27th. Eastbound you hit the brakes before 76 and again before American Family Field. Over in Waukesha County, Highway 67 is still closed in both directions. That's roughly between Genesee Lake Road and Sunset Drive. Traffic is sponsored by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit geistdoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. Tonight, more clouds, a low of 38. Friday, mostly cloudy, a high of 52, but turning cooler on the lakeside in the afternoon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Your email said you had a big surprise.
Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring. They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that? Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for.
Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998. Or $1498 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4.
In the 608.
In the 608 after another devastating Wisconsin sports loss as the Badgers fall 82-83, the high point in the first round of the NCAA Tournament, which is now the 9th consecutive season we have not made
4-1-4 in the 608, L in the round of 6-4.
Yeah, 9 straight years of not making it to the Sweet 16, right?
That's right.
I'm Ben Brust, full of energy. He's Kyle Wallace. The other guy's Brad Nortman.
There's too many happy people around here.
Well, they have something needs to pay.
Enjoying themselves.
That's true. That's true. That makes sense. Maybe.
Doesn't it? Like, they've been here. So I got here at 11:30.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
The first game started at 11:15. I mean, I'll call myself out. I mean, it's a Thursday. I had my computer open.
You're doing research.
I didn't see many emails come in. I wasn't exactly emailing
Yeah.
out as much as I probably should have. I'll take extreme ownership of that. But maybe that's the mentality that the Badgers have, you know? Like, it's just going to happen, you know? And you got to go get things if you want it. Let's go to the Carbless Talking text line, Strofe. We got one hanging still?
We do.
I don't even want to look. Just put them on the air.
Josh Kenosha, you're up.
Hey, guys. I feel bad for y'all. This team really showed some promise, and I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if they just underestimated their opponent.
They didn't play defense on the end, and they didn't run any offense that they were able to execute. They didn't finish at the rim at times earlier in the game, which we'd seen them finish. I know exactly what happened. It can't happen in that spot.
It's unfortunate, and for everyone bashing Greg Gard, like let's pump the brakes. Let's not be pommy. Like, he's proven to be a good, stable coach. I think there's more of a problem with how college sports is operating with the portal and NIL. So, like, let's not overreact. Yes, it sucks.
I'm glad you brought that up, Josh, because I actually want to expand further. We're going to play over-under coming up next on the other side of this segment, but I want to spend this segment on a couple of things. One thing that Homer has always said, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't pick the right players, it doesn't matter. That is evident by Indiana. Indiana spent like $30 million.
This year?
NIL is included, yes.
Talking about football.
Basketball.
What?
It's a basketball school.
They spent $30 million. They got these results?
They didn't make the tournament. You think about what Frank said. In NIL, you have to get the players, make the right investments, and it's sort of the same concept as Homer. He's talking about how, like, you have to get the guys that fit with what you're doing, and if you pick a specific guy to do something specific, they better be really good at that. Mm-hmm. And so when you look at the roster, Rhodey was a guy who came in with the ability to maybe make some shots and be like a defensive player. Who else was on the team that you relied on defensively? Rapp is not.
That is something.
Winter was hurt, but even with that, it's not. He was like more of a hybrid, old school Badger 4. Didn't shoot well this year.
And
Billy Auskis is a freshman who's a big body, but he had a couple bunnies at the rim early that he missed. Like he was inconsistent offensively, but he also is in his first year. So you have to if you're going to pick a guy, and you picked Boyd for a specific reason. Yeah. Boyd delivered until the end of that game, but throughout the season of what you needed him to be. Blackwell was great in the first half. I don't know what happened to him in the second half.
Did he score more than a couple times?
Like the offense, I don't know.
But here's the thing: you still scored 80+ points.
Yeah.
My point is who's the one guy that you pick to say, all right, in a spot where we need a tough, strong, rebounding big, where was that guy? And I think that's the focus that I have, and I will continue to bring up when they bring in players over the summer and they get commitments. I want to know who's the boss, like who's the dog, who's the guy on the inside that when you play against athletic teams or teams, again, High Point's a bad example. They out-rebounded Illinois, one of the tallest teams in the NCAA. And then they didn't do it again. 13-6 on the offense rebounds, 40-37, I think, close to that in total rebounding. That can't happen against High Point, where the tallest player out there is 6'9".
Well,
this is a Big Ten team who's gone against size and out-rebounded the tallest team in the country. So to me, that is more of an anomaly. You can point at that. But this was always what I was scared of when people brought up Arkansas. If they weren't able to do it against High Point, it shows how big of a challenge it would have been against Arkansas if you didn't click on all cylinders and score 95 points offensively.
Well, that's what's ringing in my head from our conversation with Frank Kaminsky about a half an hour ago, was he was saying,
go back and listen to ESPN Wisconsin app, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee.
Yeah, and Frank was basically saying, look, Greg Garden made the necessary changes to evolve this team to new college basketball. You have to be able to score points. You have to be more efficient. And he did that, right? And Frank basically said, yeah, it'd be great if you can find guys that can do that and defend. But then he made the next logical step, which was, well, you got to pay those guys. And those guys are going to elicit the highest amount of money in the market. And those guys are likely going to go to Duke or UNC or Michigan State or whoever. So the question is, how do you pay for that guys? Maybe you can get one of those guys, but I don't know how you get a full team of them. So then that begs the question, well, maybe Greg Gard is doing the best he can with what he has got. Bring in veterans, bring in guys that can score. Hopefully you try to get them to an above average defensively, but it's going to be really, really hard to be able to do both. So that's when you're looking at where do we go from here. It's hard to figure out a way that the Badgers can be elite defensively and offensively. It seems like it's one of those things where, like, if you're going shopping for a home and you have all these categories that you want, well, I want this square footage, I want to be in this neighborhood, I want this kind of backyard. At some point, you're going to price yourself out if you want everything.
Oh, boy, don't I know.
You have to be able to say, like, okay, well, we can only afford two of these things. So let's make sure we get that these two things, because we can't have everything we want, or else you're going to have a $5 million house.
Yeah.
That's my concern with the Wisconsin Badgers.
And the one thing I will say is I know now is the time for us to reflect on the season that at the end of the day was a failed season because the team did not get out of the first round. It wasn't about making the NCAA tournament this year. It was about finally breaking through to make a run in the NCAA tournament, and they failed at that. But it seems to me that Great Guard has found success, as Ben has talked about, from A.J. Store to Tanjay, now to Boyd. We have found a guy that can score. Mm-hmm. Now it's time. You know how to find a guy that can score. Now the next step is, can you find a defensive stopper with some type of intensity to him, right? He can make a defensive stop to get everybody going. That doesn't need to be the offensive side or anything like that, like we used to have back in the day when you guys used to be just suffering and smothering defensively.
Is one guy enough, or do you need a team that can defend?
No, I mean, you still had, like, size. Like, you still had guys that, like, had size. You just need the one more piece like that you can add into the game flow depending on what type of game it is, right? You were missing a piece defensively, and from a tenacity standpoint inside, that would be like, oh, High Point, this is going to be his game. He's going to come in and he's going to dominate anyone who tries to out-rebound him.
Even a Max Klesmit, like he played, he wasn't the best defender, but he gave effort, right? He played hard, and
I know Max Klesmit's not an answer.
Well, no, I'm just saying. 3-and-D, he built a role. The role that he thought Andrew wrote.
Yeah, you're right. So what I thought Rhodey would be.
It wasn't there.
But it's not like this team is 180th in defense, right? They're solid in defense.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not, Brad. 60th in the country.
60th out of how many teams? Like 300, right?
It doesn't matter. But to take 100 through 325 out. Because they're not playing in this tournament, and those are teams you beat up regardless because you're so much better offensively than them. Yeah. This is when the margins get tighter. What you need is 60 to at least 40 or 35. There was such a disparity. As Frank mentioned, there's been lapses too many times this year where you're like, how does that happen? And then the how does it happen happened at the worst time for this team. We'll go to James in Milwaukee on the Carbos Talking text line. James, you're up.
Hey, guys. Sadly, we're in a position we've been in all too often, but just kind of want Ben and your guys' thoughts on why does it seem like we always play not to lose instead of to win at the end of games? We're always, like, slowing down, pulling out the ball, and sometimes it's like, hey, we have an advantage here. Reminds me a lot of the Packers and how we get coached to coast to the end, and we end up costing ourselves games instead of blowing teams out when we ever have a chance.
I did mention, that's a good question, James. Like, with the 7-minute mark, I was like, if you get this to 8, you have an opportunity to, like, not get tight. And when this team's not tight, they thrive. And I thought that would be the breakthrough point. But then Blackwell and Boyd missed layups. Layups that were uncharacteristic of who they have been.
Blackwell's was so bad.
Yeah. It was bad. It was bad. And then he also went baseline a couple times, jumped out of bounds and threw it to Boyd and went out of bounds. Like, there was just too many times where they didn't let their flow of offense. They got tight. The whole team got tight. And I don't know how to solve that portion. That, I think, comes from Guard let them play. He let them play all year. No matter what type of game it was, no matter who they were playing, he didn't change. And I think that's what you have to have as a coach. You have to have confidence that what you put together and what your game plans have been and who you put out there are going to execute it. It's just the refinement right now. It's that margin that I continue to go back to of you were great offensively, but that can only carry you so far. You need to have a better balance. And they robbed Peter to pay Paul. They have the offense, but they've gone too far away from a defensive standpoint. Then the offensive efficiency that they had was, I think, maybe a little bit better than we had in 14, but we could defend.
Yeah.
We there was a kid on. I hate to do this, and I'm doing this a lot, but we'll go back to 14 again. I wasn't a great defender, but I knew what I had to do. Brady Heslip was a kid on Baylor who was their only white guy, and he could shoot the crap out of it.
Oh, why does race matter? I'm just kidding.
You know why?
Because
the rest of their team was super athletic and long. And he was the one guy that you were like, all right, this is the one guy that we have to slow down. I trailed him everywhere he went. I did like it didn't matter, and that was my job.
Yep.
And I knew what I had to do on offense no matter what. It was built within what we're doing. But that's the part that is missing. I don't know if they go in.
Were you fearful though if you didn't do your job that you would get pulled?
Well,
was there a healthy
early
fear?
on my sophomore year, but then I just did my job no matter what, and I followed the rules. And if they made a shot by following the rules, I wasn't going to come out. It just was okay. They made a play, and we made them do it the way that we wanted to.
Okay.
They're doing it the way that they want it to the Badgers defensively, and that's the part that's frustrating to me in these tight margin games.
There's a perception to me that because all these guys are world-class athletes, right? So there's a perception to me that defense, not fully, but the majority of it is effort. So is that accurate, Ben? And if so, what does that point to? Is it just guards saying, you know what, we don't have to put as much effort on defense. I want you to put more effort on defense or on offense? Or is there just some lack of buy-in that these guys aren't doing? Because to me, it's just effort.
It's not. It's you got to have the pieces to be able to do it, right? They have to have the skill. There is an effort part, but there also has to be an emphasis part. And you also have guys that, some guys are built differently. You get a 6'7" guy who's long, and he's not going to be helping them on offense as much as you can get from him, but you're going to get from him on the other side of the floor, which makes a huge difference, which I feel like they were lacking. We brought in Braden Carrington, and you knew what you were going to get from him off the bench, a potential shooter to give you buckets. Who did you bring in off the bench that you're like, this guy's going to change the game defensively for you? That's what I'm looking for whenever they bring in players, is who's that guy that they sought out. They're like, this is our missing link that could fit within what we do, and he's not going to play 30 minutes every game, but he might play 30 minutes in a game where we need some stops, and a game where Blackwell and Boyd, for instance, were cooking. You can put them out there because a lot of the times they were just able to create shots for themselves, get to the rim, and make one-on-one plays and make tough shots, a step back here or there. That's when you can put a guy in for 20 minutes.
Like a P.J. Tucker from that that Milwaukee Bucks 2021
kind of, sort of, yes. He was more of a wing, but yes, more
that's
that
game.
Type of guy who that his game was to do X, Y, or Z on defense. He didn't shoot he didn't make a damn shot. The last time I pulled up a random game 4, I think it was game 4, game 5 of the Bucks box score. He didn't have a point, but he played 36 minutes, and he impacted the game, and all of us could see it with our eyes.
Yep.
That's what they're lacking, in my opinion, for these late tournament games and just throughout the season. It's great to have to compound more wins in different types of styles of games that you may not be hitting on all cylinders offensively. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. This is brutal. Luis from Potawatomi.
Don't do it,
because
Luis.
You're a friend of mine and a great partner and someone that's also a friend of mine. It's friend, partner, friend. If it was friend, partner, maybe I just call him a friend because I don't really like him, but I say I have to. I actually like you as a Marquette grad. Go ahead, Luis. Make it hurt.
Well, I consider you a best friend, Ben. That's where I wanted to start.
You and Alex Stroh, my best friend.
But I think the missing piece that the Badgers clearly had was Brad Davison as an assistant coach.
Get him out of here. Get him out.
With Brad Davison. Chris McIntosh, per usual, just hitting all the right buttons. And the best part of it was I watched the end of that game with two of my favorite Marquette people, Steve Novak and Jen Latta. And let me tell you, I was like a pig in slop, Benny. I really was. And look, I'm home with my Marquette Golden Eagles, but you know what? There's a place on the couch right next to me, buddy, and I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll sit on that couch, and we'll rip up our brackets, and we'll hug it out, because I love you.
See you tomorrow, Luis.
Savage.
I would like to criticize Luis, but we're at the sports book tomorrow, and the food's so good, it's going to make me happy.
I had steak and eggs from the sports book yesterday. It was so freaking good.
I dream about those pancakes still.
Yeah, I would like to.
Well, you don't have to dream anymore. We'll be there tomorrow. Our therapy is we're going to eat our way out.
Yeah, even I can agree with that.
Let's get fat together, fellas. Strofe, you need it.
He does need it. Bulk up. Bulking time for Alex Strofe. Let's get some callers for over-under. I need a break. I need a mental break. I'm not even going to have fun playing one of our favorite games, but we're going to play it. And someone's going to walk away a winner. Make it easy, Strofe. Caller 3, caller 5. 800-990-3776. Strofe's going to have a category. We're going to get 10 guesses. Luis just buried me. That sucked. This whole thing sucks. This sucks. We're still talking about how much this sucks. 800-990-3776. It's the Carbless Talk and Text line. Caller 3, caller 5. One of our favorite games. Maybe it will make us happy. We'll probably lose, just like everything else. Next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
Transformers, Megan Fox.
No, I would say Megan Fox, we all good, but 7:45, I'm starting to go. You got to transform your ass up out of here.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Several hefty backups this afternoon. 94 westbound is moving slowly, starting at 27th Street. Eastbound is very slow, now starting all the way back at State Fair Park. Those backups continue past American Family Field. 41 northbound is slow from Watertown Plank Road to Burleigh, and 43 southbound is on and off the brakes from about Capitol to downtown. And over in Waukesha County, Highway 67 is still closed in both directions. That's roughly between Genesee Lake Road and Sunset Drive. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy, now hiring. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. Tonight, more clouds, low of 38. Friday, mostly cloudy, high of 52, but turning cooler lakeside in the afternoon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Platteville Junior Grant Poppy. Poppy powered the Hillmen to a regional championship, leading Platteville to 3 postseason victories last week. He opened the playoffs with 12 points and 6 rebounds in a 76-66 win over River Valley. He followed that with a dominant 21-point, 14-rebound effort in a 71-50 win over Mauston. Then capped the title run with 27 points and 12 rebounds in a 72-61 regional final victory over Lodi. Earlier this season, Poppy also reached the 1,000-point career milestone as just a junior, cementing his place among the program's all-time leading scorers. Congratulations to Grant Poppy, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Burkhardt Sporting Goods in New Berlin is the baseball lover's destination, with a massive state-of-the-art indoor training facility featuring hit tracks with precision analytics, a huge open turf area, and all the best training equipment you need. So get in here and get ready to get better. And we'll help you with this special offer. Buy 20 batting cage credits for $30. That's 25% off. This is Brian Burkhardt, and if you love baseball and softball like we do, you can't beat Burkhardt. 153rd and National. If you plan on draining buzzer beaters, the place to start is Burkhardt, where you'll find a great selection of residential basketball hoops from the best brand, Gorilla. We'll handle the installation and take care of everything to make it easy from start to finish. And right now when you buy from Burkhardt, standard hoop installation is half price. You can't beat that. This is Brian Burkhardt, and when you love basketball like we do, you can't beat Burkhardt.
You're listening to Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben is out of it. Oh! Listen, I'm telling you this right now. The best investment I'm lost now. Why did you say that, Strofe?
I said, coming in from break, Kyle, are you ready to go?
Oh, I thought you asked me. I didn't realize it was me. Not going to lie to you. But I do realize how much.
That's the one out of it, huh?
Well, I didn't realize I was supposed to be doing UWD, but I'm more than happy to. And I was literally just thinking today when I woke up in the morning, I said, boy, buying my windows, that was a huge investment. I was thinking about how my old windows used to let in all that cold air, how the paint was chipping, how when I tried to open it up and made the noise. You know everything I'm talking about, KBN Nation. If your windows are old and outdated, it doesn't have to be like that. You can work with my friends at Universal Windows Direct, and they will take great care of you. And you already know what it is. You buy 2 windows, you get 2 free with UWD. Plus, on top of that right now, 0% interest for 2 whole years, 24 months, 0% interest. And then it gets even better as well when you work with Universal Windows Direct. You'll get $500 off your next home improvement project. Why wait? Work with the great team at Universal Windows Direct right now today. Get your in-home consultation today. Yes, your easy in-home consultation today. Or you can visit them at universalwindowsdirect.com. That is universalwindowsdirect.com, or call them at 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. Time now for Over-Under.
Will the guys hit the over or will they disappoint? It's time for Over-Under on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Over-under time, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I've got a category. I've got an over-under line. I've got 2 contestants. And Ben, Brad, and Kyle will have 3 minutes to try to get as many as they can in 10 guesses. Caller 3, Alan Racine. He is not a believer. He's on the under.
That's a good choice today.
I ain't mad at him.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
Caller 5, Taylor and Waukesha on the over and excited to get a 3XL t-shirt.
This is perfect.
Let's make it a 5XL this year.
All right, boys. Now, truth be told, I wrote this before the game.
Oh,
God. Counting today, I am looking for the Badgers' 10 most recent opponents in the NCAA tournament. The over-under is 8.5.
Would that be the last 10 losses in the tournament?
No, just recent opponents.
Okay.
Believe it or not, there is some wins in here. The over-under is 8.5.
Okay. This includes today?
It includes today. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
High Point final.
That is correct. Their most recent opponent in 2026 first-round loss.
Montana final.
That is correct. The 2025 first-round opponent.
BYU final.
You have the 3 most recent.
James Madison.
James Madison final.
You have the 4 most recent.
Iowa State final.
You have the 5 most recent.
Seems like the losses stand out.
Colgate final.
You have the 6 most recent.
Colgate was what, 2022? How far back are we going? Oregon was 2019 loss.
Oregon
they didn't
final.
You said who?
Oregon is on the list in 2019.
No 2020.
Why am I blanking on 21? There was no 2020. You sure Oregon was 19?
Yeah.
What year did we miss the tournament?
I thought 2018.
I thought we missed the tournament.
2 minutes.
Oh, it would have been 21. Yeah. Is Oregon not after Colgate?
Oregon is in 2019.
But Colgate was what? 2020 what?
2.
So there was no 2020.
Have we played Baylor? Have we played Baylor, Arizona recently at all?
No. If Oregon's on the list.
Oh, maybe Oregon was the team.
Who was 2018?
How far back do we go back? We're not talking about Notre Dame loss, are we?
No. That's
Florida?
where I'm struggling. No, well, because that would be...
Florida might be on the list.
Florida would be last on the list if it's on the list.
Yeah.
Should we try Florida and go from there?
What year was that? 2016?
No, it had to be
that was 17.
Oh, 17.
The second
Florida final.
They are indeed the last team on the list in 2017, the Sweet 16, last time they were there.
So we got 7. We need 2 more.
You've got 8. You need 1 more.
We didn't play a Lehigh.
So they played in 2021. I know they played in 2021 after COVID.
Because it was 23 that they missed the tournament?
23 they missed the tournament.
Yeah, so 21 were missing.
NIT runner-ups.
Remember that.
Why am I blanking in between?
We didn't play Syracuse in the tournament?
No.
Was Oregon the first round in 19?
Yes, that was a 5-12.
Yep, just add it to the long list of 5-12s.
So those are your last 2.
30
Florida, Oregon.
seconds.
It's the 2021. They lost in the round of 32, and I can picture it.
Did we play Vermont?
No, do they play Vermont? I don't know. My brain is mush. It's 2021. They won and lost. I know those were 2 games in between there.
10.
Who they lose to?
9.
Tried to do Vermont?
8.
No, who do they
7,
lose to?
6. 5.
Arizona.
4. 3.
I don't care
2.
today.
1.
The best part about this is Ben did the thing again.
Oh, no, he turned us down?
He turned you down specifically.
Vermont?
No, he turned Kyle down specifically.
He said Vermont.
Was it Arizona?
Nope, the one you said before that.
Oh, Baylor?
Yeah, they went on to win the national championship
They won the
that
national
year.
championship in 2021.
And their first round victory was over North Carolina that year. Those are the 2 you missed.
Oh.
That was the 8-9 game, and then the loss to the 1 seed.
Yep, you got it.
Don't be mad at me today.
Congratulations to Alan Racine. He knew you guys were going to be in a tizzy.
Wow.
Did you even know they play Baylor, or were you just naming teams?
No, I thought I remembered the Baylor game.
Oh, I wish you would have said that. I thought you were just naming teams.
No, I thought I remember. I was only saying the teams that I thought I recalled.
I thought you were just naming teams at the end there.
No, I thought that.
Man.
Like
that
I said,
loss felt like, though.
Like I said, I was like, at the end, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Congrats, Alan Racine.
Oh.
Wait, so how many did we miss? We needed 8?
Yeah, we got 8. So we needed 9. We got
So
8.
it was High Point, Montana, BYU, James Madison,
we're
Iowa
only
State,
one
Colgate,
away?
Oregon.
And we even try to guess?
Oh, crap. We could have.
That's what I said. Should we just say Vermont?
You had 2 guesses left, and you just said, I don't care.
Do you blame me?
Oh, my gosh.
Do you blame me today?
I don't. No, I do not.
Congrats, Al. Enjoy your 3XL T-shirt.
Yeah.
I can assure you it will not be a 3XL T-shirt. Unless you need that.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
4XL.
You might say that. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know.
But I'm saying you got guys who are really mad, like Taylor and Walkinshaw, about never getting a size that fits.
It's officially been over a year, by the way, that he's been bringing that up.
Well, why don't you do something about it,
Oh,
Strofe?
my goodness.
He's got to win. And he was excited about being on the over today. He called it a lock.
Are you going to overpromise the best Wheel of Strofe ever coming up next?
No, it's going to be a pretty it'll be a pretty normal Wheel of Strofe. Although I do have the best soundbite on one of my favorite Wheel of Strofe topics we've ever done.
So there it is. That's next. The overpromise, underdeliver. Next
An
on the Wheel of
exclusive
Strofe.
soundbite follow-up from one of my favorite Wheel of Strofe topics ever in the history of the segment. That's coming up next. Kyle Brust Nortman, live from Christy's Landing.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach.
Yes, he saw it as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
A very long commute on 94 eastbound this afternoon. Slowdowns now starting around 92nd Street, and that doesn't really ease up until you're past American Family Field. Heading westbound, those slowdowns start at 27th, but ease up once you get past the stadium. 41 northbound, you'll hit the brakes at Watertown Plank Road, and that eases up just before Burleigh. 43 southbound is moving on and off the brakes from about Locust to downtown. Also in Waukesha County, Highway 67 is still closed in both directions, roughly between Genesee Lake Road and Sunset Drive due to an incident this morning. Tonight, more clouds roll in, low of 38. Friday, mostly cloudy with a high of 52, but turning cooler lakeside in the afternoon. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind and transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit Infinity Exteriors MidwestExteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Your email said you had a big surprise.
Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Ever more.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for.
Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $1498 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
You asked and Carbless delivered. The fan favorite grapefruit flavor now has its own 4-pack all to itself. That bold, bright, perfectly balanced citrus taste that you've been pulling from the variety pack, it's now front and center in 4 cans, 1 box. Crisp, refreshing, not too sweet, and nothing else has changed. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories and gluten-free. Clean ingredients and big flavor. Always no compromises. Grab the new Carbless Grapefruit 4-pack wherever you get your Carbless and find a location near you at drinkcarbless.com. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip.
When Milwaukee families need help, the United Way is there, reducing barriers to employment, providing transportation, safe and stable homes, and more for over 192,000 people.
And this month, CUNIS is proud to stand beside them. Hi, I'm Bill Eater with CUNIS of Milwaukee.
And I am Tony Avery with the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County. During the CUNIS Drives Milwaukee 1000 event, they're donating $100 to the United Way for every vehicle sold.
Our goal this month is simple: 1,000 vehicles across 3 CUNIS Milwaukee dealerships.
For a $100,000 donation to the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County.
To help us reach our goal, you'll find incredible deals on all new and pre-owned vehicles at our 3 locations in Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall.
Be a part of driving Milwaukee forward at the CUNIS Drives Milwaukee 1000 event.
Start your search today at CUNISMKE.com. That's CUNISMKE.com.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. We pinpointed why the season ended the way it did. Thanks to a tweet that Brad Nortman showed me, we have to relive this moment together. I was next to the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, the same head coach that is a part of our poll today. Which hurt worse, the 21-3 halftime lead being blown against the Bears, or the upset today? This was Matt LaFleur after the Badgers beat Michigan State at home by 20-plus points.
Every time you step on that court, you play like that. You be tough, a really tough team to beat. But that was fun to watch. Keep it rolling now, one day at a time. Let's go, sir. We're stacked it.
We should have known at that moment. We should have known.
Was that the moment we should have known?
Greg Gard knew how the Packers season ended. He invited that into the Badgers locker room. And this is what we get. This is what we
Brad,
get.
that's a good point.
I mean, shoot. It's not like he brought in, Bill Belichick, where it's like, we're going to sprinkle a little championship dust on this team. No. It's all postseason
Bill Belichick,
letdowns.
you know what Bill Belichick would have said? You guys ain't done bleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
ain't done bleep.
but it's so much work to do. Yeah.
But instead, you play like that.
Play like that?
They didn't know what that
was.
was.
What's that? What's that? What do we do?
They didn't know how to replicate it today.
One more time, Stroh. Every time.
Every time you step on that court, you play like that. You be tough, a really tough team to beat. But that was fun to watch. Keep it rolling now.
And they were not a tough team to beat when
Go
it
ahead,
mattered most.
Strofe. It's your time.
It's time for the
Wheel of Strofe.
This might be a lash out before we get to the Wheel of Strofe.
Okay, here we go.
But we all knew already that Ben Brust was a self-centered tool, yes?
Whoa. Not
Talk
now,
about a
Strofe.
lash out.
Well, here's the thing. So there's this wonderful account on Twitter. It's called Old Takes Exposed. And, people bookmark things that people say, and when they don't come true, people will pounce. They'll say, hey, Old Takes Exposed, please retweet this. This guy said something bad about my favorite team, and you should retweet it. Ben Brust, being the self-centered tool he is, has...
Again, I will drive to your apartment, break down the door, and beat your ass right now.
Beat his ass.
He's
I don't like his attitude.
guys, you got to listen to what he did first before you start taking
They
his
know
side.
what I showed them. Like, what are you doing? It's not.
I don't like Stroh's attitude.
I kind of feel like it was taking accountability.
Yeah, I was like, I'm an idiot.
Old Takes Exposed famously does not allow self-nominations.
I didn't know that, and I don't care.
Did you tag Old Takes Exposed?
I replied to just give the whole context, Strofe. Read the tweet. This is done poorly already.
That's absolutely brutal. Great battle. Ultimately, I don't care if the Badgers are a 6 seed, 5 seed, or whatever seed they end up getting. No one will want to see this team near them.
No one will want to see this team near them in the NCAA bracket. No one.
They will be back in the second weekend for the first time since 2017. And then he said, Old Takes Exposed. I deserve it.
I quote tweeted myself saying wrong.
Which was funny. I'll give you that.
Then I thought of Old Take Exposed. I didn't know it was like a nomination thing. Bro, I'm reeling right now. I don't know what I'm doing.
Why do you? But are you a glutton for punishment? Why do you want him?
I like punishment when things are going south. I want to feel it worse because I believe so much that I put my stamp of approval on it. So I want to be called out for the stupidity that I had.
Enough?
No, I want it to hurt more.
Now look what you did, Strofe. Now you're making him hurt more.
I'm not doing anything. He's trying.
You're just being it. You're being a douche.
You brought it up on air.
He's poorly attempting to do it to himself.
No,
I don't know what I'm doing is the difference.
Now he has to talk it out now. He's already sad.
I just want to move on. Like, I just tweeted and I put my phone
You're
away.
being a
You
jerk.
want to move on.
He even started as a lash out. He said he wanted to lash out. So hurt people. Right now, you're hurting the hell out of my friend Ben Brust.
He wants to move on, but he's trying to get attention from an account with 650,000 followers.
Fine, I'll throw out your 95-pound lift, and then I'll throw out your bad take on Colston Loveland. Like I'll do that. I'll nominate you. I don't care.
Fine. I want to help you. You're my best friend.
I don't need you to help me. I need you to shut the hell up.
You call this a lash out.
You're my best friend.
When you're trying to help somebody, you don't say this may be a lash out. That ain't how you help somebody.
You're a self-absorbed jerk.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we already know.
We already know. That's what we don't need to say right now. We already know it.
Holy cow, I'm a tool.
Man.
And Brad, you wasted your $10 getting into that damn
kicking
pool.
him while he's down. Man, that is just...
All right, I feel better. I'm sorry, Ben. Here we go.
Glad I could
Wheel
of Strofe. You feel better.
Oh, like you've never used me for that.
Dude, but you're a walking disaster.
That's rude. All right, in or out, it landed on.
I'm out on everything.
Kyle, I need you to listen to me very closely. Coldplay, cheating, follow-up.
Oh, yeah, in.
I'm so in.
I love me some Oprah.
Oh, come on, don't spoil it.
I don't know if he's
I don't know
it because I don't know what he's going.
Guys,
I don't know what's
the
going on.
woman, I believe her, Kristen Kabat, who was spotted last year at the Coldplay concert, snuggling with her boss on the jumbotron and then hiding, did a sit-down interview with Oprah this week.
No.
Oprah get them all. I didn't know Oprah still had a show.
I didn't either. Here's a snippet from that interview.
So you get to the concert, and what happened?
Well, I was walking into the concert, and my daughter messaged me and said, "Oh, it's so great that you and Andrew are both at Coldplay." So she let me know that my estranged husband was also at the concert.
So I think it's very important. This is what I did not know before the story. and y'all obviously didn't know either, that she was separated from her husband, and that her boss was also separated, or said he was separated from his wife. Did y'all know that?
No. Kyle, did you
That's so funny. That's actually really funny. No.
The follow-up question that Oprah, who is a famously very good interview, did not ask is, so why did you hide?
Exactly. Why? So why any level of embarrassment? If it was already, hey, we already know we're seeing other people, no problem, we'll stay up there. They knew they're trying to gaslight us, folks. They're trying to gaslight us. They're trying to make themselves feel better. I ain't buying it.
Why is Oprah doing this?
Because she wants clicks.
She's irrelevant, and this has brought her back to the show.
No. Anytime you are so talented at what you do and you step away, she had that itch, and she said, you know what, I'm Oprah. I'm about to get the biggest interview of 2026, and I'm going to have an audience. An audience. Oh, that was so good. I got to watch the whole thing. I love the ladies in the background. Did any of you ladies know that?
No.
And they bought it.
They're suckers.
This was good.
I've seen some clips of this.
Can you play the clip again? Just for the gals.
So you're good.
So you get to the concert, and what happened? Her husband, and that her boss was also separated, or said he was separated from his wife. Did y'all know that?
No. Okay. Now you know the facts.
So now you know this sister right here that everybody done dragged, her husband or a strange husband was out there with another floozy as well. So she was like, oh, he here? Well, I know somebody got more money than he do, and so, the boss does what men do.
I see his P&L every day.
Exactly. You know
wow.
Isn't that good stuff? Isn't that good stuff?
Dogs. Men are dogs.
Amazing.
The thing is, the boss, he got to take the fall. You know why? It's because he knew that woman was going through it, and he saw an opportunity. He seized. He lied his teeth off. He know dang well he wasn't estranged from his wife. He said, well, she a little upset.
Did you know that, Kyle?
Did I know what?
No.
No.
Boy, that's good. Oprah is the GOAT. The GOAT.
I didn't think I would end this show smiling or laughing.
I've been hanging on to this one all week. I knew we were going to need it at some point.
We needed it.
We needed it.
Is Brian Bulaga joining us?
Yes.
Ooh.
That's great. Let's talk about a crappy offensive line next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
He's a good guy. I couldn't believe y'all lost to TCU.
Yeah, you and me both. Rough.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Spring is here, and that means it's time for Brewers baseball.
Is a fly ball deep center field, back to the track. Bye-bye baseball, Christian Yelich.
The Crew open up the season at home against the Chicago White Sox on March 26th. Stay up to date with all your Brewers opening day coverage on ESPN Milwaukee. Presented by KB Excursions, Carbless, and National Liquor Mart. 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Spring is here, and living with your old, drafty, foggy, dirty, hard-to-open, bad windows is no longer an option. You deserve better windows and doors. At Siding Unlimited, we install top-of-the-line wood, vinyl, and fiberglass windows with options to fit your style, color, and design choices. Built for energy efficiency, installed by our professional craftsmen at Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited. Experience, integrity, craftsmanship. Visit sidingunlimited.com today.
The Island Resort and Casino is the Midwest's premier resort destination, giving guests the total experience with a luxury hotel, full-service spa, live lounge and headline entertainment, multiple dining options, and more, all surrounding a lively Vegas-style casino. And atop many a golfer's bucket list are the island's 2 championship courses, Sweetgrass and Sage Run. When we say your total experience, we mean it. Plan your getaway today at islandresortandcasino.com.
What if you could have a spa-level sweat session at home for about 25 cents a day? That's why I love my infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas. You can check them out in person at the State Fair Park Expo Center's Home and Garden Show, March 20th through the 29th. It's the perfect chance to step inside, compare models, and even ask questions. Good Health Saunas has been doing this for more than 20 years, and they back it all with a true lifetime warranty, which was huge for me. If an infrared sauna has been on your list, find Good Health Saunas at State Fair Park, March 20th through the 29th.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group and best-selling author on how to have less stress with the IRS. If 2025 didn't go exactly as planned, you're not alone. You made it through, and that's what counts. Now it's time for taxes, and for a lot of people, that's when the stress kicks in, especially if things got messy along the way. The good news, a rough year doesn't mean a ruined future. We helped Nate fix a tax mess with the IRS caused by one of those national firms and saved him $103,000 in penalties, plus another $152,000 in taxes because we know the tax law. Imagine walking into tax season with a clear plan and someone in your corner who knows the tax law and knows how to use it. You earned it, we help you keep it. Call us now at 414-325-2040 to arrange a meeting to see how we can help you. Don't wait, call now. That's 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Join the Brewers Series against the White Sox March 26th, 28th, and 29th. Grab this year's first giveaway on Saturday the 28th, a replica of American Family Field for the first 25,000 fans, courtesy of American Family Insurance. On the 29th, it's Kids Cheer Free. Buy an adult terrace seat and receive a free ticket for kids ages 14 and under. On Sunday the 29th, the first 5,000 kids get a drip necklace giveaway. Grab your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brian Balaga joining us at her happiest. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman wrapping up before the Homer Hour. Brian, did you have time to watch the debacle that we watched?
I sure did. It was absolutely pathetic.
Oh, wow, Brian.
He ain't
Tell us how you
wrong.
feel, Brian.
He just cut us. We're down.
I know. He cut us while we're down. Strofe did that last segment to me. It comes with the territory.
It was terrible. It's embarrassing.
All right, if Iowa loses to Clemson, I'm going to send you a 2-minute video cussing you out.
Hey, did Iowa lose to a D3 school?
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Brian from the top
row. Strofe was like, you want blue? I was like, yeah, I want blue. And now I take back everything I said. I was like, we're going to go from talking about a team that just broke our hearts to talking about an offensive line that might break the Packers season.
Yeah, well, we can stay on the first topic because you know what? I get mad when I put my face in Wisconsin with the wager, and then they just go out there and doo-doo down their leg. It's just absolute. It just bothers me.
How far did you have them going?
I had them. They were in the bracket with who?
Arkansas, Arizona. Yep.
I had them losing to Arkansas, but still.
Sorry, Brian.
Yeah.
It's
embarrassing. The first round is embarrassing.
The same franchise that employed you that you won a Super Bowl with lost a 21-3 lead at halftime to the Bears.
Now we're just hurting each other.
Now it's a lash out.
Yeah.
And you want to come with me? I'm coming back.
Fight.
I'm caught in the crosshairs because I love all these teams.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't approve of that either. That was bad too. I'm not pulling any punches here. Being honest.
No, I know. Again, hurt people, and that's what's going on right now on this
we're
show.
all hurt.
So Brian Balaga is a Super Bowl champion, and he has that ring that he can wear proudly and laugh when I make comments like that because he did it. He went the whole way.
He did.
I'm just a West Regional champion that went to the Final Four and lost.
And I'm just a second place Brad.
Yeah, and you just finished second place in everything. You do, and Kyle has a bum knee.
Whoa!
Oh, no.
Y'all forgot.
Oh,
I was a bitch player a bench player on the run national.
Sounds like
runner-up.
you're calling yourself a different player.
Yeah.
The way you said that. And
Oh,
it's
wow.
a little more accurate.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you said that the first time, too. I was going to say, dump.
It's a lash out right now.
It
It's
is.
a full-on lash out.
Why are y'all hurting my feelings so much?
Because
right
we're
now?
all hurt. And Brian, the worst part about it is there's a get 5 for $4 deal for the price of 4. We're staring at Bud Light, Neutral, and everyone, and we're in pain,
Yeah.
and people are drinking their pain away, and we're just living in the pain.
Yeah, I can imagine, because it's just, listen, I don't know much about basketball, but I've watched some Big Ten. I've watched games here and there. I don't know what Wisconsin. I don't know if they'd roll over that team. I don't know if they went into that thing and they would just steamroll them. But at halftime, when you're only up by, I think it was 2, and then the guy they interviewed on TV said, "We have better athletes than these guys. We're going to be fine." Essentially, what he said at halftime, and that's what happened.
And they got out rebounded by Wisconsin.
All right. Let's cut it.
Okay. Or Wisconsin got out rebounded.
I'm done with this Wisconsin. Can we talk Packers, please?
Go ahead. I tried to make it
settle
hurt.
an argument from yesterday.
Yeah, go ahead.
Brian,
This is good.
Brian, I'm stunned that Rasheed Walker signed for 1 year, $4 million, up to 10 with incentives. On that deal, the Packers should have brought him back. Strouf's holding, Jordan Morgan's water, saying he's the franchise left tackle. Is who's the better left tackle, Rasheed Walker or Jordan Morgan, based on your evaluation?
Well, right now you have to say Rasheed Walker, because there's tape of him doing it. Right?
There's tape of Jordan doing it in Week 18.
Getting cooked.
Yeah, that was bad by everybody. I don't really hold too much stock in that. That was a give-up game. I don't think anyone wanted to even be there, to be honest with you. So I don't judge him based off that. I just judge him. I've seen him in preseason. Obviously, that one game, and that's about it. And then I've seen him play other positions besides left tackle. I've seen Sheed play left tackle a lot. So, if we're basing it off right now, you'd have to say Sheed is, because you've seen the evidence of it, right? So, for $4 million, I don't know, man. Maybe that wasn't the offer on the table for Green Bay ever. Maybe that wasn't the price they were ever going to get.
Sounds like this case is settled.
Yeah. I don't think they were going to give him an opportunity, since they have to give Jordan Morgan an opportunity because they drafted him. But I am curious about Sean Ryan at center. Bulaga, when do you think he's going to develop into? Is he going to be like a J.C. Treader type, Corey Linsley type, or Scott Wells type? What should we expect from him as he develops over these next couple of seasons as the Packers' starting center?
Yeah, I certainly don't want to put expectation on him to be like Corey or to be like Scooter Wells, or even JC was a very good center. Obviously, he moved on because Corey was there. He went to Cleveland and played really well there. I don't want to put that type of pressure, because those are 3 really good centers, right? Those are really good players.
Well, that's what we need.
I know, but those are Pro Bowl type caliber players, and if you just expect Pro Bowl out of someone who just because he signed the deal he signed, I get it. The Packers are the ones paying it, right? That's what it is. His agent's been great. I just want him to improve from because I thought he did well last year for throwing in the situation. If he just improves by 20-30% of what he did last year, that's upgrading the offensive line majorly, right? And that's simply going to come with reps and being more comfortable in that situation, like being a center, making the IDs, and going through all that through the offseason program and training camp. He gets all those reps. So that may just happen naturally, and then obviously all the blocking and footwork and things that come with being a center, that takes time as well. So I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to end up being a really good center.
All right.
It just takes.
All right. Some good news to end the show.
Yep. Gotta end it on a positive here.
Yeah, before anyone starts lashing out, I'm just going to say have fun on the Homer Hour. How about that?
Oh, I can't wait, because Homer and I are going to go in on Wisconsin, too, right off the jump.
Yeah, well, he doesn't care as much, because obviously, and I get it. So you do that. You enjoy getting after Homer. Thank you, Brian. We appreciate the time, as always.
All right, guys.
That's Brian Bulaga. I'm Ben Brust. Dead inside. Kyle Wallace. bad knees.
Well, come on now. Come on. You said, what are we doing here?
Brad Nortman can't finish first. And Alex Strofe is just an enigma sent in my life to